innovations comes from problem, right?
Hmm.
Innovation never comes if you don't
Like
have a problem. So Britishers basically they still used to think that they were ruling India, and these guys are now coming here and working for them or things like that. In the point of view,
टीटर लगे कि आपण चूज कले कि नहीं, you will stay.
if you lose a job, let's say, then you get at least 6 to 8 months or sometimes 1 year also. Your 70% of salary from the government to survive.
आपण कोन को लागु छी कि कोन कोन थॉट प्रोसेस हम चेंज करबा दरकार ओडिसा को अपलिफ्ट करिया
एठी कोन जे माने एठी मते लागे जे एठी से माने रूल्स मींस रूल्स फॉर एवरीबॉडी से मो 11 वर्ष रे मो आई थिंक दिथरो देखि जी करंट जाई छी ओनली
सेटा कि माने इमरजेंसी एतो भी जाइथबो हां
1 मिनिट और 2 मिनिट दैट्स इट
तो एटा कोन चेंज हेई परिबोनी हम ओडिसा को एते पछरे अछि कि माने ओडिसा होल स्टेट को 24/7 हम इलेक्ट्रिसिटी दे परिबन
इट्स वेरी सिमिलरिटी बिटवीन ओडिया एंड डच with respect to the business point of view. Rurals are uplifted, automatically your urban is uplifted.
But general जण जदी फ्रेशर जण जदी नेदरलैंड जॉब मार्केट को आसुची कारण आपण हायरिंग रे भी किछ ना किछ आपण देखुथिबे राइट यू नो राइट द सिस्टम्स जण आईटी रे आसु तार केते पैकेज रो नेदरलैंड रे माने जण जदी इंडियन एठी आसुची जदी इंडिया जण जदी पर annum 18 रो 24 धरबे जण पाउच 18 to 24 lakhs से माने फॉरेन इफ दे वांट टू कम फॉरेन that data perspective जोटा हला want to make money आउटा हला क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ तो को पर्सपेक्टिव को देखि से माने आसिया कथा कम्युनिटी तो हम कम्युनिटी उडे क्रिएट करू तब हमर ता भीतर एक्सपेक्टेशंस भी बिल्ड अप एक्सपेक्टेशन इन द सेंस कि जण तो ओडिया आसु जे जण आपण ना कि मोर किछ प्रॉब्लम हला मो ओडिया कम्युनिटी ट अछि दे विल स्टैंड फॉर मी तो एटा अछि ए कॉन्फिडेंट व्हाट इज योर पर्पस ऑफ लाइफ आपनकर पर्पस ऑफ लाइफ एबे का करंट एवरीवन व्हाट्स योर पर्पस ऑफ लाइफ
I should not harm anyone and somebody should not harm me.
Okay.
That's enough for me to be happy.
नमस्कार जय जगन्नाथ तो आज मु अच्छी डेनहाग रे मो सहित अच्छा पात्र बाबू बरहमपुर ओडिशा से डेनहाग रे ऑलमोस्ट आई थिंक 11 years
Yeah.
सो 11 years अब रहिले तो आज आम जाना कि पात्र बाबू जर्नी ओडिशा रु डेनहाग पर्यंत केमी थिला आउ तांकर एक्सपीरियंस आउ तांकर कैरियर रे केते ग्रोथ आउ ए सब विषय में आज चर्चा करिवा तो पात्र बाबू वेलकम टू उत्कल एलिट क्लब तो स्पेसिफिकली मैं आपको पॉडकास्ट गोटे कंटेक्ट कहि दउ इथरा माने इट्स वेरी कैजुअल कन्वर्सेशन इथरा में आपनकर चाइल्डहुड टू आरंभ करी वर्तमान पर्यंत आ फ्यूचर प्लान कोन हम सब जिंस को एटलीस्ट गोटे घंटा कि 1.5 घंटा भीतर कवर करिया ट्राई करिवा तो लेट्स स्टार्ट विथ योर चाइल्डहुड आपन कोठी जन्म आपन चाइल्डहुड विषय किछ कहंतु
Okay. Thank you. Actually, now I am 51 years old. So, pura 51 years old, beginning into 2 hours. So let's try to do it very short. I think it will be like it will be very long journey. तो मो एक्चुअली जन्म होइची बरहमपुर बट आमे मोर निज गाँ होची बेलगंठा हुई जोटा कि भंजनगर पाखरे 9 किलोमीटर दूर बेलगंठा गाँव में आमर जेजेमा समस्त अच्छी थिले मो बापा इज ए डॉक्टर ही इज राइट नाउ इज आई सर्जन बट सी डॉक्टर सी ब्रह्मपुर ही कर MBBS कॉलेज बिकज बापा डॉक्टर थिले से सी गवर्नमेंट डॉक्टर तो आम बहुत गोटे विलेजेस को मूव कर इन चाइल्डहुड रे तो मोर जन्म हला टाइम रे जन्म हेवा दिन बापा गवर्नमेंट पोस्ट मिलला तांको खलिकोट रे तो बापा सेते बेले तापरे हमें खलिकोट मूव जाइथिलु तो खलिकोट रे मु 5 वर्ष खंडे थिली सेठी वेरी स्मॉल ग्लिम्पस आई रिमेंबर मोते माने सब किछि तो मन नाही बट मोर एबे पर्यंत किंतु से कॉलोनी जो मेडिकल कॉलोनी और कोटे खेली जाउथलु मन अछि
ओके
खलिकोट रे आमे सरला परे हमर बापा ट्रांसफर हो गले भाटकुमरडा तो भाटकुमरडा होची जे कहिना गवर्नमेंट डॉक्टर थिले तो से हमर ट्रांसफर हो तो भाटकुमरडा होची बरहमपुर और पुरस्तमपुर मझिरे
ओके
तो सेठी हमें गलो मो आई थिंक 5th क्लास रो मो सेठी पढिथली तो 5th 6th सेठी मो पढिची बेसिकली 2 वर्ष सेठी मो पढिची तो भाटकुमरडा इज अ विलेज बेसिकली इट्स अ रियली विलेज नाउ आल्सो इट्स अ वेरी विलेज ए वर्ष मो एक्चुअली ତାରାତାରିଣୀ ଯାଇଥିଲି ତାପରେ ମତେ କାହିଁକି ନା ମନ ଲାଗିଲା ମୁଁ ଭାଟକୁଣ୍ଡା ଯିବି ଏ ବର୍ଷ ହିଁ ଜାନୁଆରୀରେ ମୁଁ ଯାଇକି ଆସିଥିଲି ସେଠି ସ୍କୁଲ କଲେଜ ସବୁ ଦେଖିକି ଆସିଥିଲି ଯେମିତି ସେମିତି ହିଁ ଅଛି ତ ବଟ୍ ଦେର୍ ଆର୍ ସମ୍ ଡେଭଲପମେଣ୍ଟସ୍ ହାଜ୍ ହ୍ୟାପେଣ୍ଡ ତ ତାପରେ ଭାଟକୁମରଡ଼ାରେ 2 ବର୍ଷ ରହିଲା ପରେ ବାପା ହି ୱାଣ୍ଟେଡ୍ ଟୁ ଷ୍ଟଡି ଫର୍ଦର ଡକ୍ଟର ତ ସିଏ MS ଆଇସ୍ ସର୍ଜନ ଉପରେ MS କରିବାକୁ ଚାହିଁଲେ ତ ସେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ବ୍ରହ୍ମପୁର ମୁଭ୍ କରିଗଲୁ ସିଏ ଆଉଥରେ MBBSରେ ସିଏ MS କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଆସିଲେ
ଓକେ
ତ ଆମେ ବ୍ରହ୍ମପୁର ସେତେବେଳକୁ ମୁଭ୍ କରିଗଲୁ ସେତେବେଳେ ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ବ୍ରହ୍ମପୁର ମୁଭ୍ କଲୁ ମୋର 7th ରୁ 9th କ୍ଲାସ୍ 2 ବର୍ଷ ଏଗେନ୍ ବ୍ରହ୍ମପୁରରେ ମୁଁ ଥିଲି ସେଠି ବ୍ରହ୍ମପୁର ମେଡ଼ିକାଲ କଲେଜ ମେଡ଼ିକାଲ ସ୍କୁଲରେ ପଢ଼ୁଥିଲି ମୁଁ ତାପରେ ଆମେ 9th କ୍ଲାସ୍ ପରେ ବାପାଙ୍କର ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସଫର୍ ହେଇଗଲା ତାଙ୍କର ଯେତେବେଳକୁ 2 ବର୍ଷର MS ସରିଗଲା ତାପରେ ଆମେ ମୁଭ୍ କରିଗଲୁ ଭଞ୍ଜନଗର
ଓକେ
ତ ଭଞ୍ଜନଗର ଆମେ ଯେତେବେଳକୁ ମୁଭ୍ କଲୁ ଭଞ୍ଜନଗରରେ ଆଇ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟେଡ୍ ମାଇ କ୍ୟାରିୟର ଅନ୍ 8th 9th କ୍ଲାସ୍
ବଟ୍ ଆପଣ ମାନେ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ମିଡ଼ିୟମରେ ହିଁ ସବୁ କିଛି କରୁଥିଲେ
ସବୁ ଯାକ ମୋର ଓଡ଼ିଆ ମିଡ଼ିୟମରେ ପାଠ ପଢ଼ିଛି କାହିଁକିନା ଆପଣ ଜାଣିଥିବେ ଯେ ମୁଁ ଗାଁରେ ପଢ଼ିଛି ସେଠି କେଉଁଠି ଇଂଲିଶ ମିଡ଼ିୟମ କିଛି ନଥିଲା ଏବେ ସେ ଟାଇମ୍ରେ ନଟ୍ ଓନ୍ଲି ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଆଇ ଥିଙ୍କ ମୋର କେତେଟା ସ୍କୁଲିଂ ଯେଉଁଟା ଭାଟକୁମରାରେ ହେଇଛି ମୁଁ ଟିଚରଙ୍କ ସହିତ ଅଲମୋଷ୍ଟ 2.5 କିଲୋମିଟର ୱାକ୍ କରିକି ସ୍କୁଲକୁ ଯାଇକି ସ୍କୁଲରେ ପାଠ ପଢ଼ିକି ବାପସ ଆସୁଥିଲି
ଆଚ୍ଛା 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 ମାନେ ଆପଣଙ୍କର କହିବାକୁ ଗଲେ ମାନେ ପୁରା ଆମର ଯୋଉ ଭିଲେଜର ଯୋଉ ଅନୁଭୂତି ସେଟା ଆପଣଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ଅଛି ସେମିତି କି ନାହିଁ କି ଆପଣ ମାନେ ପୁରା ପ୍ରିଭିଲେଜ ଲାଇକ୍ ମାନେ ବହୁତ କିଛି ହାଇ ଫାଇ ଷ୍ଟାଟସରୁ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ କରିଛନ୍ତି
ନା ଭିଲେଜରେ ମୁଁ ରହିଛି କରିଛି ବଟ୍ ଏମିତି ନାହିଁ ଯେ ମୁଁ ଜମିକୁ ଯାଇଛି କାମ କରିଛି କି ସେ ଟାଇପ୍ର ନାହିଁ ବଟ୍ କାହିଁକିନା ବାପା ଡକ୍ଟର ଥିଲେ ଡକ୍ଟର ଏଜ୍ ଏ ପ୍ରଫେସନାଲ ସେ ଭିଲେଜରେ ବି ପ୍ରଫେସନକୁ ମାନେ ବହୁତ ରେସ୍ପେକ୍ଟ ଥିଲା ସେ ଭିଲେଜରେ ରେସ୍ପେକ୍ଟେଡ୍ ଥିଲା ବଟ୍ ଇଟ୍ ୱାଜ୍ ଏ ପ୍ରଫେସନାଲ ନଟ୍ ଇନ୍ ଦ ଏଗ୍ରିକଲଚରାଲ କିନ୍ତୁ ସେମିତି କିଛି ମୁଁ କେବେ ଯାଇନି ଯେ ଫିଲ୍ଡକୁ ଯାଇଛି ସେମିତି ବୁଲିବାକୁ ଯାଇଛି ଇଏ କରିଛି ବଟ୍ ଭିଲେଜରେ ପାଠ ପଢିଛି ପୁରା ଆଇ ଷ୍ଟିଲ୍ ରିକଲ୍ ଦ ହୋଲ୍ ଭିଲେଜରେ ଆମେ କେମିତି ପାଠ ପଢୁଥିଲୁ କି କେମିତି ଯାଉଥିଲୁ କି ଆମ୍ବ ତୋଳା ହଉଥିଲା କି
କାରଣ କୋଉଠି ନା କୋଉଠି ଯୋଉ ପରସେପସନ୍ ଥାଏ କି ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ ସ୍କୁଲରେ ପଢିଲେ କିଛି ହବନି ମାନେ ଆଜିକା ଡେଟ୍ରେ ଆପଣ ଦେଖିବେ ସମସ୍ତେ ଚାହାନ୍ତି କି ପ୍ରାଇଭେଟରେ ପଢାओ କନଭେଣ୍ଟରେ ପଢାओ ସମସ୍ତେ ଚାହାନ୍ତି ରାଇଟ୍ ତ କାହିଁକି ନା ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟରେ ପଢିକିନା ବି ବହୁତ ଲୋକ ବହୁତ କିଛି କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଯେମିତି ଆପଣ ଆଜିକା ଡେଟ୍ରେ ଇଚ୍ଛା ଅଛନ୍ତି
ଆବସଲ୍ୟୁଟଲି ମୋର ପୁରା ସ୍କୁଲିଂ କଲେଜ ଏଭ୍ରିଥିଙ୍ଗ ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ ଇଏରେ ପଢିଛି ମୁଁ ମୋର 10th କ୍ଲାସ୍ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ଅଲ୍ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ପିଓର ଓଡ଼ିଆ ଇଂଲିଶ ଦେଖିବାକୁ ଗଲେ ପଛେ ଡେଭଲପ୍ ହେଲା ନଟ୍ ବିଫୋର୍
Okay.
Once I went into the IT and this thing, that was where the English got developed. But Bhanjanagar gala pare actually tike different I could say that ki mane jo village ru Bhanjanagar ta tike city thila. Berhampur re jo thilu ame 2 ବର୍ଷ actually that was actually Berhampur re thilu sina kintu it was not a city life actually because that time gote ବର୍ଷ actually I had to go to Sainik school also for 1 year but I did not like it I came back. So Sari school in Bhubaneswar, I was there in a boarding school, but I had a lot of I could not stay alone. Homesickness. तो से ମୁଁ ବର୍ଷେ ହିଁ ଥିଲି ପଳା ଆସିଲି ବ୍ୟାକ୍ ବ୍ରହ୍ମପୁରରେ ସେତେ ମୋର ସେତେବେଳକୁ ସେତେ ଆଟାଚମେଣ୍ଟ ମାନେ ନଥିଲା କାହିଁକିନା ମଝିରେ ପଳେଇଲି ଆଉ ଆସିଲି ସେ ନଥିଲା ବଟ୍ ଭଞ୍ଜନଗର ଇଜ୍ ମାଇ କୋର୍ ବେସିକାଲି ତ ଭଞ୍ଜନଗରରେ ମୁଁ 9th କ୍ଲାସ୍ରୁ ଆରମ୍ଭ କରିଛି 10th କ୍ଲାସ୍ ମୋର ସେଠି ଭଞ୍ଜନଗରରେ କମ୍ପ୍ଲିଟ୍ ହେଇଛି
ଆପଣ 10th ଆପଣଙ୍କର କୋଉ ଇୟର ଥିଲା
10th ହେଉଛି ମୋର 87
ମୁଁ ତ ଜନ୍ମ ବି ହେଇନଥିଲି
ମୋର 10th ହେଉଛି 87 10+2 ଭଞ୍ଜନଗର କଲେଜରେ
ପ୍ଲସ୍ ଟୁ ଆପଣ କୋଉଥିରେ କରୁଥିଲେ କୋଉ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରିମ୍
ସାଇନ୍ସରେ ହିଁ ସାଇନ୍ସ ମିଡ଼ିୟମ୍ ଆଉ ତାପରେ ଭଞ୍ଜନଗର କଲେଜରେ 2 ବର୍ଷ 10+2 କଲା ପରେ वी वर ट्राइंग फॉर इंजीनियरिंग बेसिकली बट इंजीनियरिंग ପାଇଁ ସେତେବେଳକେ ଭଞ୍ଜନଗରରୁ इंजीनियरिंग एंट्रांस और ये सब ପାଇଁ ଏତେ କିଛି ଇଏ ନଥିଲା बट स्टिल आई लाइक मैथमेटिक्स तो मु एमएससी मैथमेटिक्स रे सॉरी बीएससी मैथमेटिक्स रे जॉइन करली
ଆପଣ କୋଉ କଲେଜରେ ଭଞ୍ଜନଗର ଓକେ
ଭଞ୍ଜନଗର ଆମର କେଏସୟୁବି କଲେଜ
ଓକେ
ତ ଭଞ୍ଜନଗର କେଏସୟୁବି କଲେଜରେ ମୁଁ बीएससी मैथमेटिक्स ରେ जॉइन କରିଛି କିନ୍ତୁ मैथमेटिक्स जॉइन କରିବା ସହିତ ମୁଁ ଏପଟେ ଆମର इंजीनियरिंग एंट्रांस ପାଇଁ ଟିକେ ପ୍ରିପାରେସନ୍ କରିଥିଲି एज यूजुअल ସେତେବେଳେ କ'ଣ ହୁଏ କି एंट्रांस ପାଇଁ ପ୍ରିପାରେସନ୍ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଟିକେ ବ୍ରହ୍ମପୁର ଆସିଲେ ଭଲ ବୋଲି ବ୍ରହ୍ମପୁର ଗୋଟେ ବର୍ଷ ପାଇଁ ଆସିଥିଲି କିନ୍ତୁ ସେତେ ସକ୍ସେସଫୁଲ୍ ହେଇନଥିଲା ତାପରେ ମୁଁ बीएससी ରେ ମୁଁ ଅଲମୋଷ୍ଟ 2.5 ଇୟର୍ସ କରିଛି तापर मते गोटे एंट्रांस कर्नाटक रे इंजीनियरिंग एंट्रांस देली सेठी सक्सेसफुल हेली So then I got an engineering seat in Mysore. So
ओके माने आपण बीएससी छाडी कि ना आपण इंजीनियरिंग की
BSc छाड़ी मैं इंजीनियरिंग कली.
अच्छा त माने आपण एते माने ता पय एते पैशनेट थिले कि माने आपण को
हाँ ठीक है मैंने से एक्चुअली देखियो गले आजिकाली दुनिया रे जो इन्फॉर्मेशन थिला पिलांग पाखरे अछि आई डाउट कि माने आम पाखरे से इन्फॉर्मेशन किछि नथिला.
ओके ओके
माने आमे जहा बापा पा माने कहउथिले कि सेमान को अनुसार चालुथिले. तापरे सेकंड थिंग हला सेबे गो दीटा ही जिंस जणा थिला कि इंजीनियरिंग मेडिकल.
राइट राइट
दैट वाज अ टू स्ट्रीम दैट थिंग. मते से लाइकिंग नथिला मेडिकल ये रे बायोलॉजी रे.
ओके
मो बापा मां को न कहि कि बायोलॉजी मो 10+2 रे काढी दिथिली.
ओके ओके
But that was later he realized कि नहीं I mean I don't like it. That is how mathematics interest physics रे जाइथिली मु सेठी तार में किदो इंजीनियरिंग करिया पे थिला तो इंजीनियरिंग करते सेम माने I can imagine the difference between clearly कि केते इन्फॉर्मेशन आजिकल पिला को मिलुची ताका
आज डेट तो माने आपण फिंगर टिप रे वर्ल्ड अछि
एग्जैक्टली.
तो माने आज डेट रे आई थिंक माने लोक डॉक्टर पाखु न जाय कि ने भी चैट जीपीटी रे पचाड़ दउत मत माने जो माने मिनिमम बेसिक
एग्जैक्टली. तो से अनुसार देखले आम पाखे सेमती किसी इन्फॉर्मेशन नथिला. बापा माने भाबिले जे हाँ कर्नाटक एंड महाराष्ट्र आर गुड इन इंजीनियरिंग दैट टाइम. हमर ओडिसा रे सेतबेले इंजीनियरिंग सिर्फ 3टा कॉलेज थिला. ओनली 3 colleges were there. OEC was just started.
ओके
OEC सेतबेले जस्ट आई थिंक कपल ऑफ इयर्स जस्ट हेतिला. तो OEC भी थिला बट बापा को इच्छा नथिला OEC रे पकेया पे.
ओके ओके
तो सेतपे हमें जाइथिलु माने कर्नाटक सेतपे मु सेतपे जाई के एंट्रेंस देइथिली. कर्नाटक एंट्रेंस देइथिली पास हे गेली. तो मैसूर रे मोर इंजीनियरिंग सीट मिलथिला.
इंजीनियरिंग आपण को ब्रांच रे आपण स्टार्ट करथिले
इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एंड कम्युनिकेशन. I was trying for electronics and communication or computer science, any of them, because आम फैमिली रे देखियो गले एक्चुअली आमे मोर जेजेबापा जेजेमा समस्ते it was all business people.
ओके ओके
So everybody दुकान बा जमी रे सेमथि टाइप रो.
अच्छा माने केई माने एकेडमिकल एते माने डॉक्टर छल्ला पर माने
हाँ माने हमरो बापा फर्स्ट एजुकेशनल यू कैन से आउट ऑफ ब्रदर्स. तो बापा इज द डॉक्टर एंड देन बापा को आउ गोटे भाई लॉ करथिले तो लॉयर हेले एंड आउ गोटे भाई तापरे लेक्चरर हेले प्रिंसिपल अछंती. तो बट द एजुकेशन माने किंतु तांको भितरे एज गैप बहुत है 20 वर्ष गैप. तो इट्स लाइक
ओके ओके बुझ पाले
बट दैट टाइम बापा वाज द मोर एजुकेशन से पूरा कंप्लीटली अलग लाइन रे आसले. तो मो सेति पे मो साइड रे सेति पे बहुत गाँ ये सब बुलीची करची. बेलघंटा आमे सब बेले छुट्टी टाइम रे जाउ थाउ ऑलवेज एंड आई केप्ट दैट ट्रेंड स्टिल नाउ. सो एबे मध्य मु जेबे भी ओडिशा जाए आई स्टिल गो टू बेलघंटा.
ओके ओके माने एबे भी से माने आपण से कनेक्शन माने से इमोशन सेठी भी एबे भी अछि.
यस बहुत अछि एंड मोर गोटे दादा अछदी सेठी तो मु बेलघंटा एबे भी जाए माने मंदिर को जाए. ऋषि मंदिर अछि सेठी दर्शन करके आसी सेठी गोटे दिन रहिबी पळा आसी. सो व्हाटएवर आई मीन I try 99.9% कि I go.
आपनकर ताले आपण प्रोफेशनल करियर आपण केबे स्टार्ट हला माने बीटेक परे डायरेक्टली माने इमीडिएट
नहीं एते इति इजी नथिला सेबे. तो बीटेक मु कली मैसूर रु 93 रु 97 इज माय बीटेक. यू नो फ्रॉम ओडिशा गारू जाय कि मैसूर रे देन आई एम फेसिंग विथ ऑल डिफरेंट स्टेट पीपल लाइक यू नो
लैंग्वेज बैरियर
कर्नाटक पीपल तो थिले ही. But then a lot of Bihar, UP, Delhi, you know, everybody is hostel रहथिली. मु hostel रे पूरा थिली. I think I got transformed in the hostel life.
से टाइम रे तो रैगिंग कल्चर भी थिला ना.
Yes, बहुत रैगिंग थिला. बहुत रैगिंग हमको हेची आमे भी कहिछु.
वाइस वर्सा.
So but I would say I think ragging has helped a lot.
To like to uplift,
to be strong and to also to face any challenges. How you can come out of the challenges.
I think nowadays people can't take this, right?
Nowadays people can't take this, but yeah, but you know, of course the ragging was not that physical raggings, but it was more of a
Mental ragging.
psychological or mental ragging. It became extreme with the physical. That's why probably it had to stop. But I would still say that the ragging is the one which actually helped us to shape us.
हेटा में रैगिंग माने बुली करूँ दे स्पेसिफिकली मैक्सिमम जगह रे कि आपन टिके किछि डिफिकल्ट टास्क देबे टिके फन करिया पे
Exactly. So you do some difficult task or something like that. So but that gives that when you cherish now, look at it basically later on after 5-10 years, then you will feel that how that actually changed your mindset.
yes
That's
definitely
the point of view. So I was in I mean later on I realized that that helped. Of course at that moment, that time, it is not that easy.
okay
but saying so ସେଠୁ ମୁଁ ଇଞ୍ଜିନିୟରିଂ ମାନେ ଇଞ୍ଜିନିୟରିଂ ତ ସେଠି କଲୁ ବଟ୍ ତାପରେ ସେଠି ଆମର ଇଞ୍ଜିନିୟରିଂ କଲେଜଟା ବହୁତ ଭେରି ଗୁଡ୍ ଭେରି ଗୁଡ୍ ଇଞ୍ଜିନିୟରିଂ କଲେଜ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ୱାଜ୍ ବଟ୍ ସମହାଉ ମୋତେ ତ ସେମିତି କିଛି ଇମିଡ଼ିଏଟ୍ କ୍ୟାମ୍ପସ୍ ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁ ପାଇଁ କିଛି ହେଇନଥିଲା କ୍ୟାମ୍ପସ୍ରେ ହେଇନଥିଲା ତ ଦେନ୍ ଆଇ ହ୍ୟାଡ୍ ଟୁ କମ୍ ଟୁ ବାଙ୍ଗାଲୋର and did my another diploma program for 6 months,
like
which
in
is
which
CDAC.
CDAC
Yeah, Center of Development in Information Computing something. So it is a government affiliated program. The CDAC was tied up with I think that now it's changed actually completely. But CDAC was one of the good diploma institution who was training the people with computer knowledge.
okay
So from electronics and communication, I tried to go into the computer line. That time IT was kind of a
माने आईटी बूम से टाइम रे थिला
बहुत तापरे बेंगलोर रे रहिले सेटा औरी अधिक थिला
राइट
तो आज भी अछि एक्चुअली बेंगलोर रे तो से टाइम रे बेंगलोर रे सो सीडैक कली सीडैक कला परे also that was not CDAC was very rigorous 6 months. We have to study for almost 15 to 20 subjects in 6 months of all the languages, name it, basically C, C++, Java, everything. So that was very rigorous. 6 months was there, but still after that also it was not easy at that time with the job, because it was people were trying to go into the mainframe mainly that time. Mainframe was in a boom. But somehow I did not, I don't know why, but I did not feel good into going into the mainframe.
Okay.
So mate somehow se object oriented language re interest thila, so I did not go into the mainframe. So IT re sei ei hisab re IT re mu more entry hela IT sethi. Actually 90s, not in engineering college, but after that.
Okay. But man se diploma course pare.
Se diploma course pare. But there was an influence also on that. Because ମୋର ନିଜ ମାମୁଁ ଦିଟା ଯାକ ଗୋଟେ ମାମୁଁ ହଉଛନ୍ତି he is in US. He went to US now for 50 years back.
Okay.
So now he's no more, but he's in one very good post at that time. He was the CEO of 18 Bell Labs. So director of the Bell Labs basically.
ମାନେ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ନିଜ ମାମୁଁ?
ନିଜ ମାମୁଁ. Okay. He has almost I think 16 patents on his name.
Oh my goodness.
So he was very research oriented and this thing. So that has somewhere back up the mind that IT or the computer has come into place. Luckily, I think I have seen a computer in my age of 7 years.
Okay.
So which is like you can imagine like in 1980 in Berhampur.
Okay, ବୁଝିପାରୁଛି ମାନେ ହେଟା ଆପଣ କଣ ପାଇଁ ଆପଣ ଫ୍ୟାମିଲି ଇନଫ୍ଲୁଏନ୍ସ ପାଇଁ କେବଳ
करेक्ट. तो 1980 रे मोर आ गुटे मामू भी सीए भी पीएचडी करचंती आईआईटी खड़गपुर रु. सो ही मामू आगा माने थर्ड मामू ही वाज आल्सो इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय हिज ब्रदर.
Okay.
सो पीएचडी करचंती सीए मामू. ही एक्चुअली ओपनड द फर्स्ट कंप्यूटर इंस्टीट्यूट इन बरहमपुर in Odisha.
Okay.
He was the first computer institute in Odisha.
Okay.
But it was all before Aptech or NIT that time, but it didn't work because he was ahead of the time. So sometimes business also you have to do like what time requires, right?
Like माने product market fit जो कहती.
Yeah.
Right. Timing सही timing रे से जिनसोटा अपन न करिवे तो तार लोक माने अलगा लोक माने advantage नहीं जिए.
So he had opened an institute that time. So he had to set up a computer with which that time the card reader computer had a card readers, the memory chip, even though disc was not there, the card
Right,
reader.
right.
So in that, we worked together. I gave the logics. I used to give. I remember still sixth or seventh class. I used to give ideas of the gaming, and he used to prepare the gaming,
Okay.
and then we used to play. So
Okay.
and I cannot work. I cannot do that. But at least
ହଁ ମାନେ ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ ମାନେ କ୍ୟୁରିଓସିଟି ଥିଲା କି ହଁ ଏଟା ଏମିତି କଲେ ହବ କି
Ha,
ଏମିତି
ha,
କଲେ ହବ
ha.
ବୁଝିପାରିଲି।
So that is where it's all, that computer was there in somewhere in the back of my
ମାନେ ସବକନସିୟସ୍ ମାଇଣ୍ଡ।
subconscious ରେ ଥିଲା. That is how the influence, that is how it was ମତେ interest ଥିଲା. So that is how I landed up in IT and
ତ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଫାଷ୍ଟ ଜବ୍ ଆପଣଙ୍କର କୋଉଠି ମାନେ କୋଉ କମ୍ପାନୀରେ ଥିଲା?
small administrator in a internet cafe.
ଇଣ୍ଟରନେଟ କ୍ୟାଫେ ଲାଇକ୍ କାଇଣ୍ଡ ଅଫ୍ ମାନେ ଆମର ମାନେ ଯୋଉଟା ମାନେ ବାଙ୍ଗାଲୋରରେ
ଏବେ ଆଜିକାଲି ଇଣ୍ଟରନେଟ କ୍ୟାଫେ ତ ନାହିଁ, ଦୁନିଆ ପଳେଇଲାଣି। But if you remember 10 years back, there used to be an internet cafe in every corner, nook and corner of the
ହଁ ମାନେ ସେ ଜାଗାରେ ମାନେ ସବୁ ଜାଗା ସିଷ୍ଟମ ଥିବ, ଲୋକ ଆସି ବସିକି କାମ କରିକି ପଳେଇବେ, ରାଇଟ୍? ସେଇଟା ସେ କଥା ଆପଣ
exactly, correct.
ଓକେ ଓକେ ଫାଇନ୍।
Okay, so ସେଠି is an administrator କି ହଁ ସେ କମ୍ପ୍ୟୁଟର ଜାଗା ସବୁ ଚାଲୁଛି କି ନାହିଁ, ଇଣ୍ଟରନେଟ ଚାଲୁଛି କି ନାହିଁ,
ବୁଝିପାରିଲି
so whether they are able to come and browse or not. But there was an intention also, the owner also had a focus ki they want to develop a small software which can work in the internet cafe for billing and everything basically into the product. But that did not, the software did not happen much, but I was more of serving the customers into the internet cafe. So that is how I started, though being in IT. But
ମୁଁ ବି କାରଣ ସେ ଜାଗାରେ ବି ମୁଁ ବି କହିବି 2000 ଆଇ ଥିଙ୍କ 13 12 13 ରେ ବି ତାକୁ ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ କଣ ତାକୁ ଆମେ କହୁ ସାଇବର କ୍ୟାଫେ କହୁ।
ସାଇବର କ୍ୟାଫେ
ତ ସେଠିକି ଆମେ ଧର କିଛି ଗୋଟେ ମାନେ କିଛି ଗୋଟେ କାହା ଗୋଟେ ମେଲ୍ କରିବାର ଥିବ ବି ଯାଇକିନା ସାଇବର କ୍ୟାଫେକୁ ଯାଇକିନା ହିଁ ମେଲ୍ କରିବାକୁ ପଡେ, କିଛି ଗୋଟେ ପିପିଟି ବନେଇବା ପାଇଁ ପଡେ। ସେଟା ହିଁ ମାନେ ମୁଁ ବି ସେଟା ୟୁଜ୍ କରୁଛି। ଆଇ ଥିଙ୍କ ଆଜିକା ଜେନଜି ମାନେ ସେମାନେ ବୁଝିପାରିବେନି, ମାନେ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ପୁଅ ଏଜର ସେମାନେ ବୁଝିପାରିବେନି,
exactly.
ବଟ୍ ୟୁ କ୍ୟାନ୍ ଗୁଗଲ ଇଟ୍, ରାଇଟ୍? ୟୁ ୱିଲ୍ ଗେଟ୍ ଇଟ୍। ମାନେ ସେ ଟାଇମରେ ଇଣ୍ଟରନେଟରେ ଏତେ ମାନେ ସେଟା ଗୋଟେ ମାନେ ଭଲ ବିଜନେସ୍ ଥିଲା।
Absolutely, ବଢିଆ ବିଜନେସ୍ ଥିଲା ସେଟା। ତାଇରେ ବି ଲେଭେଲ୍ସ ଥିଲା, how cheaper cyber cafe and how premium cyber cafe,
ମାନେ
which is having a good printer, good scanner,
good speed.
So that time not everybody had coaxial cable to connect it basically. ସମସ୍ତେ ନେଇ ପାରୁନଥିଲେ, ବହୁତ କଷ୍ଟଲି ଥିଲା। ତ ଏ ସବୁ ଯାକ ବହୁତ ଜିନିଷ ଯୋଉଟା ଥିଲା, ଯୋଉଟା କି ମାନେ used to use. So I was working in one of the such internet cafe who had not a broadband nowadays, but you can say similar to that, a coaxial cable was connected to directly.
ଆପଣଙ୍କର ପ୍ରଥମ ମାସ ଦରମା କେତେ ଥିଲା ଆପଣ ମାନେ ମନେ ଅଛି?
ମନେ ଅଛି, ବିଲକୁଲ ମନେ ଅଛି। ମୋ ପ୍ରଥମ ଦରମା ହଉଛି 5,000 ଟଙ୍କା।
ମାନେ ଏଟା ମାନେ କୋଉ ଇୟର କଥା ଆପଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି?
ଏଇଟା ହଉଛି 99
ବାଙ୍ଗାଲୋରରେ। ଓକେ, ସେ ଟାଇମରେ ଆପଣ ଯେ ପ୍ରଥମ ଦରମା ଜଷ୍ଟ ୱାକ୍ ମି ଥ୍ରୁ ଦରମା ପାଇଥିଲେ, ଆପଣ ସାଟିସ୍ଫାଇ ଥିଲେ ମାନେ ନା ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଲାଗୁଥିଲା କି କିଛି ମାନେ କାହିଁକି ନା ଆପଣ ଇଞ୍ଜିନିୟରିଂ କରି ସାରିଥିଲେ, ରାଇଟ୍? ମାନେ ଏଇ ଟାଇମରେ ଏଇଟା ମୁଁ କହିବାର ଦିଟା ପର୍ସପେକ୍ଟିଭ ଅଛି। ଲେଟ୍ ମି ଗିଭ୍ ୱାନ୍ କଣ୍ଟେକ୍ସଟ। ଜଣେ ଧର ସପୋଜ ଏବେ ଗ୍ରାଜୁଏଟ୍ ହଉଛି, ରାଇଟ୍? ଧର ତାକୁ ଜବ୍ ମିଳୁନି, ତା ମାଇଣ୍ଡରେ କି କୋଉ ଜାଗାରେ ସେ ଗୋଟେ କମ୍ପ୍ରମାଇଜ କରୁଛି, କି ନିଜକୁ ଆଉ ଟିକେ ଅପଡେଟ୍ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ସେ ଗୋଟେ ଜାଗାରେ କୋଉ ଜାଗାରେ ଯାଇକିନା ପାର୍ଟ ଟାଇମ୍ କରୁଛି, କି ମାନେ ଯଦି ମାନେ ଫରେନ୍ ଜଣେ ପଢୁଛି, ମାନେ ସ୍ପେସିଫିକ୍ ଏଇଠି ପିଲାମାନେ ପାର୍ଟ ଟାଇମ୍ କରନ୍ତି, ରାଇଟ୍? କି ଜଣେ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆରେ ଯଦି ଜଣେ ବି ଅଛି କି ଓଡ଼ିଶାରେ ଅଛି, ତ ସିଏ ଯାଇକିନା କିଛି ଅଲଗା ଜାଗାରେ ଜବ୍ କରୁଛି ଯୋଉଟା କି ତା ଡୋମେନର ନୁହଁ, ବଟ୍ ନିଜକୁ ଜବ୍ ପ୍ରିପେୟାର କରିବା ପାଇଁ, ରାଇଟ୍? ଏଇଟା ଦିଟା ଥଟ୍ ଆସେ, ଗୋଟେ ରିଗ୍ରେଟ୍ ଥାଏ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ସାଟିସ୍ଫାକ୍ସନ୍ ଥାଏ। ଆପଣ ଯୋଉ ସେଟା ଜବ୍ କରୁଥିଲେ, ଆପଣ ଏଟା ରିଗ୍ରେଟ୍ ଥିଲା ନା ସାଟିସ୍ଫାକ୍ସନ୍? ଲାଇକ୍ ହ୍ୱାଟ୍ ୱାଜ୍ ଦ ମାଇଣ୍ଡସେଟ୍ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଟାଇମ୍ ୟୁ ହ୍ୟାଡ୍?
I think more point of perspective thila, whatever that you get, you should be happy.
Okay.
And make that as a
Or the asset,
and try to improve. So that was my mindset at that time also, basically. और ସେତେବେଳେ ମୁଁ ଏମିତି ନା ଯେ ଆରେ ମାନେ frustrated ହେଇକି if I would have frustrated, then I would have left so early, but I stayed for 1 year.
Okay.
So because I was looking for opportunity.
ତ ତାର ସିଟି ଜବ୍ କରିବାର ମାନେ ଆପଣ ମାନେ କଣ ପାଇଁ why you are doing that? ଲାଇକ୍ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଏକ୍ସପିରିଏନ୍ସ ମିଳୁଥିଲା, କି ଏକ୍ସପୋଜର ମିଳୁଥିଲା ସେଠି?
ହଁ ନିଶ୍ଚୟ ମିଳୁଥିଲା, କାହିଁକି ନା I was staying with my friends.
Okay.
So some friends were ଓଡ଼ିଶା, ସମସ୍ତେ ଓଡ଼ିଶାରେ ଥିଲେ। ତ ଆମେ ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ଯୋଉ ସିଡାକ୍ ଏଣ୍ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସ ଏକ୍ଜାମ ସବୁ ଦେଇଥିଲୁ, ସବୁ ମିଶିକି ରହିଥିଲୁ, ସେମିତି ଏକା ମୁଭ୍ କରିଥିଲୁ ପୁରା। So 1 or 2 people were already outspoken people, though they are not technically there was a difference, like I was a bit technically strong, but I was not outspoken. and you can imagine like कि माने पूरा ओडिशा समस्त ओडिशा रो करथिले कि somehow I was not outspoken.
हां कारण समस्त बार पब्लिक स्पीकिंग स्किल टा
Public
टिके
speaking नथिला but later you have to develop, but then but there are few of my friends who are still my friends, ସେମାନେ already ଗୋଟେ good IT company ରେ job କରୁଥିଲେ. So at the end when we come back we never see who is working where.
Okay.
That is one thing. Second thing is, I think these are very different thought process, because that's probably I don't see now.
Okay.
In the current this thing basically. Egos and ସେ ଯାକ ସେମିତି ନଥିଲା, ମାନେ
ମାନେ ଆପଣ ଫ୍ରେଣ୍ଡ ମାନଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ ସେଇ
ହଁ ସେଇ ଜିନିଷ ନଥିଲା କିଛି. ତାପରେ ସେଠି ଆସିଲା ପରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଆମେ ବହୁତ କିଛି ଡିସ୍କସ୍ କରୁଥାଉ. ସେମାନେ ତାଙ୍କ ସେଠି କମ୍ପାନୀରେ କ'ଣ କରୁଥିବେ, ପ୍ରୋଗ୍ରାମିଂ କରୁଥିବେ ଚ୍ୟାଲେଞ୍ଜେସ୍ ଥିବ, ତ ଇଭିନିଂ वी कम एंड लुक एट द challenges and work on that challenges and do that. So that used to give me a lot of enthusiastic.
तो एटा आपण रह गेला because of your roommate and colleague, right? Man specifically roommate, but what you were getting from the internet cafe?
What I am getting from internet cafe, okay, there are two things. I was looking for opportunities.
Okay.
Second thing is that because this was a little premium internet cafe, the people used to come for the actual cafe was doing a lot of businesses.
It's kind of networking.
Okay. So I was trying to create that networking basically. So make good relationship and things like that and all. So that I was trying to learn that how they used to manage things basically,
Okay.
So that was motivating. Second thing, of course, job is job. So that my this thing was the job is job. So you have to give all your 100% there. That was more mantra thila. Still I was exploring where I can get a programming job or IT job and all things like that. Yeah, so that is how it made.
Then when you enter to the real IT?
Actually real IT I entered 2000 in January 2000.
तमाने गोटे वर्ष कैफे पर आपण जॉब मिली गला.
हां.
तो को कंपनी आपण जॉब मिलितला?
मो सेतेबेले जॉब मिले मो बॉम्बे रे मिलला मते.
Okay.
So Bombay re one of the IT company called Trisa Information Systems, and they were doing some softwares for I think something in Middle East basically. So they wanted Java programmer, and that is how that was my first entry of you can say IT programming point of view.
So, then next
after that never stopped. सेठी केते समय करली, तापर ऑनलाइन सॉल्यूशंस रे केते मास करली. The Mumbai re hi I think almost 2 years I stayed.
Okay.
So then like Western world was both IT and things like that. So that time lot of body shopping.
Body shopping?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called body shopping. So basically you sell bodies.
Okay.
So you IT peoples they take it from India and sell it in UK or anywhere.
Okay.
And then they sell it on hourly basis or in basis. That was the business basically.
माने जेटा आपण एक्सप्लेन करले माने
still the body shopping is there, that concept is there, but they don't talk about it because it's a very bad
you
can say word that
okay.
But if you look at IT service companies, they still do the body shopping.
माने what is माने
actually body shopping माने कोन, there is a consultant in UK, let's say. Okay, because I went to UK, that's why I'm telling that, because consultant in UK he will look at some of the good candidates from India. So they will say, okay, I can buy you.
Okay, I can hire you, means buy you.
I can hire you basically.
Okay.
Right? But he will not have any job. He doesn't. He's consultant. They are just consultants. They don't have any job. They don't give any. They don't have any projects or things.
Okay.
So they will say that okay, we sponsor your visa and everything, and you come here. Then they will connect with couple of companies basically where that skill is required. So then they will send you, okay, go there for 1 month and work. Come, go there for 1 month. Come, go.
Then who will pay the salary to the candidate?
The consultant.
Okay, तावन consultant ताकोटू आनी की ना माने one kind of mediator से तार margin रखिवो. धर suppose ଏବେ से धर माने Google को धर पठौजी, right? Kind of हमर जेमति कहंती इठी माने labor contractor.
Correct.
माने सेही टाइप रो माने कहले चलिबो, राइट? माने एठू नै कि ना आउटे कंपनी लगे.
Absolutely, labor contractor is a classic
okay. तले आपनकर फर्स्ट आपनकर abroad journey केबे स्टार्ट हेतला?
That was started in 2001.
2001
Yeah,
तो फर्स्ट आपण गला यूके
yeah. So basically, what happened is that relative, basically, he was in UK. So he said that he does this business and he's was talking to me. He was talking to me from last couple of years, basically. So then he found something, basically. So then he said that okay, I will sponsor you, so you can come. So
Okay.
then I left Blue Star, where I. By the way, I think Mumbai even I joined Blue Star as well for a couple of. Then after Blue Star, I went to UK in 2001. Unfortunately, I landed in UK first time on 9th September
ओके
2001.
ओके आपण डेट भी मन अछि
Because that has a significance to the world.
ओके ओके
If you remember what happened on 11th September.
लाइक आपण कहउचंती माने यूएस अटैक कथा कहउचंती
Yes.
9/11
Yes, exactly 2 days before I landed in UK.
गॉट इट तो आपण यूके रे पहुंचंती माने अमेरिका रे अटैक होउची
हाँ.
तो आपण डर लागन तो काली यूके रे भी हिजो
Yes, thilla, but then the comfort level was that because people were who were family members, so then that was there. But actually, semiti ete
माने मीडिया एत नथला जोटा आपण
हाँ,
माने
exactly. I mean that was
माने आपण न्यूज आसे बहुत टाइम लागिथो
हाँ, exactly. So नहीं news सेठी तो news thilla because there it was advanced, like all here it was already advanced, not in like India. So it was already advanced. So the first I came to, but the unfortunate thing is that because of 9/11 and I landed in such a time that suddenly the job crash happened. Then I was in UK for 6 months, but I did not get a job. Because see, the consultant has taken me, right? But we need to find a customer to where I can work, right?
Right.
So to do that, and because of this 9/11 thing, so almost like every job market got
like down,
and so I had to face that 5 to 6 months, basically wherein survival was not a problem because consultant was taking care of me.
Okay.
Because that's how we dealt with. But as if like still I had this thing, right? I don't have a job, so I don't have a job basically.
बट से आपनकर फूडिंग लॉजिंग से एक मन टेक केयर करथिला
Correct.
ओके फाइन तो तापर आपनकर केते मास परे आपन पुनी माने आपन स्टार्ट
I got back in March 2002.
माने इंडिया
back.
Okay.
Because during that time, I think when you buy a ticket, basically you have to have a return ticket. So return ticket was there. So I chose to come back rather than extending further there. So because if I stay further, because the consultant or whoever, they were saying that you can stay another couple of months, maybe things will open up. But then I said it was very worrying for me. So it's better to come back. So that 6 months there had a struggle. I went into a lot of interviews, gone here and there, but that has also given me also, like, of course it was a downturn of my life, but actually also, I never got into depression or this thing. I was looking for opportunities, that's it.
ओके माने आपन एटाकू माने आज माने काइंड ऑफ ट्रेनिंग यू कैन से
Exactly.
आज
I
काइंड ऑफ
was
ट्रेनिंग आपन
getting-
परसीव
हाँ,
कले
हाँ.
तो पिला अछन ताको आज माने नेगेटिव नहीं पारे बट यू टुक इट पॉजिटिवली
Yeah, absolutely. I never, I was happy there. That's okay. Because I was happy. I was like, yes, I was struggling or things like that, but I was happy. Not like.
because that is the part of the life
Yeah, exactly. That's the part
okay
of the life.
then you came back to India କାହିଁକି ଏଠି ଗୋଟେ ବହୁତ ଗୋଟେ ସ୍ମଲ୍ ମେସେଜ ମୁଁ ହାଇଲାଇଟ୍ କରିବି କାହିଁକି ନା ଆଜିକା ଡେଟ୍ରେ ମାନେ ପିଲାମାନେ ଏତେ ଆଂସିୟସ୍ ହେଇଯାଉଛନ୍ତି ଇଫ୍ ସମଥିଙ୍ଗ ହାପନିଂ ରଙ୍ଗ ନା ସେ ମାନେ ସାଙ୍ଗେ ସାଙ୍ଗେ ଭାବି ଦେଉଛନ୍ତି ଆ ପାଇଁ ହେଲା ବାପା ପାଇଁ ହେଲା ବୋଉ ପାଇଁ ହେଲା ମୋ ପାଇଁ ହେଲା ମାନେ ଦେ ଟୁକ୍ ଇଟ୍ ଲାଇକ୍ ମାନେ ତାଙ୍କ ମାଇଣ୍ଡ ପୁରା ଇମିଡିଏଟଲି ମାନେ କ୍ରାସ୍ କରିଯାଉଛି ଦେ ନେଭର ଥିଙ୍କ ଓକେ ମେ ବି ଏଟା ଖରାପ ହେଲା ବୋଧେ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଭଲ ଜିନିଷ ଆସିବାର ଅଛି
Exactly.
it's depend upon the mindset
Absolutely.
like how we interpret the situation right okay then आपण बैक कला परे then again आपण abroad journey केबे स्टार्ट होला
नहीं बैक करी तो actually I also had a confirmed job also. Because of my good friend circles and also I was good in programming and things like that. So I joined back in Pune basically. So then I stayed Pune. Then I joined Tech Mahindra there in at one company. Then I joined Tech Mahindra. So in Pune. So Pune re mo uh, prior, I think then I got married. For a marriage, I think the first on-site again happened is through Tech Mahindra
Okay.
as a, like I had like 2 to 3 trips, you can say, to UK again as a British Telecom ପାଇଁ କାମ କରୁଥିଲି. So it's like an on-site role for from offshore to onshore for 1 year and go there and then do
ମାନେ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆ ୟୁକେ
yeah,
travel
India
ଚାଲିଥିଲା.
UK ହେଇଥିଲା 3 ଥର ଖଣ୍ଡେ ହେଇଥିଲା, but I used to travel with her only.
ତ ସେଟା ଆପଣଙ୍କର ମାନେ ମ୍ୟାରେଜ ହେଇଯାଇଥିଲା?
ହଁ ସେଇଟା ମ୍ୟାରେଜ ହେଇଯାଇଥିଲା.
ଓକେ ଓକେ ମାନେ 2000 ଏଟା ଆପଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି 3-4
I got 2004 I got married.
ଓକେ
So I went to first time in UK, I think 2005 August September.
ତ ଆପଣ ଲଭ୍ ମ୍ୟାରେଜ ଥିଲା ନା ଆରେଞ୍ଜ ମ୍ୟାରେଜ ଥିଲା?
It's an arranged marriage, but we know each other from childhood.
Okay.
Because it was within family.
Okay,
So
okay.
she is my another mama's daughter.
ଆଚ୍ଛା ବ୍ରହ୍ମପୁରରେ ଏଟା ହୁଏ କି ମାନେ ଆଇ
Yes.
ଥିଙ୍କ ମାନେ ମାନେ
Yes.
ଆପଣଙ୍କର
ମାମୁଙ୍କ ଝିଅ.
ମାମୁଁ ମାନେ ଏବେ ବି ସେ କଲଚର ଅଛି?
Yes.
ଓକେ ମାନେ ଏଟା ସାଉଥ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆ କଲଚର ରାଇଟ୍?
Yes.
ଓକେ ଓକେ ଗଟ୍ ଇଟ୍.
ଆମେ କାହିଁକି ନା ବ୍ରହ୍ମପୁର ଅଛୁ, ଆମର କଲଚରାଲ ୱାଇଜ ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ଦେଖିବାକୁ ଗଲେ ଇଟ୍ସ ଏ ମିକ୍ସ ଅଫ ସାଉଥ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆନ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଓଡ଼ିଶା.
ସାଉଥ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆ ମିନ୍ସ ଆନ୍ଧ୍ର?
Andhra.
ଓକେ ତେଲୁଗୁ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଓଡ଼ିଶା
Telugu
କଲଚର.
Odia, and we speak also Telugu Odia.
ଓକେ ଓକେ
So
ଓକେ
we
ଗଟ୍
speak
ଇଟ୍.
Telugu as well, we speak Odia as well.
ଓକେ
So
ଦେନ୍ ଆପଣ ମତେ ଏଇ ଜାଗାରେ ଗୋଟେ ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଗୋଟେ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ପଚାରିବି. ଓକେ what is the pros and cons of this culture? kind of you already lived this culture right? ମାନେ ଯୋଉ ଫ୍ୟାମିଲି ଭିତରେ ମ୍ୟାରେଜ ତାର ମାନେ ବେନିଫିଟ କ'ଣ ଆଉ ମାନେ ପଜିଟିଭ ସାଇଡ୍ ନେଗେଟିଭ ସାଇଡ୍? It's beyond like it's out of the topic.
No, it's not like that. But I think the positive is that you know the families,
Okay, okay,
right?
okay.
And also positive is that know the people around you, and also the like
Like you
Lavanya.
mane from the
Lavanya.
girl side and from the like
Boy
from
side.
your side, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the biggest positive. And also you probably know already that maybe it's a compatible,
Okay, 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 okay.
right? So that's already that that kind of thing. That's a big positive part.
Okay, okay.
And things are changing though nowadays, basically. But I think if anything also happens, that the family pressure makes you bond again.
Okay, okay. ମାନେ marriage ବହୁତ ଜଲ୍ଦି destroy ହବନି.
Destroy happened.
Right,
So
it's
that's the big positive thing.
And the negative side?
Negative side, yes, there are some negative sides. I think scientifically people say that it's not that good.
Means biological, genetically.
Genetically point of view. But that also, I did that analysis.
Okay, okay, okay.
At that time also. But somehow, I think this kind of relationship, like Mamuro Jio jo Bahabara jo Mamuro Jio Bahaba pai jo yeta, we are the 7th generation.
Okay, got it.
So ମୋ ବାପା ବି ସେମିତି ବାହା ହେଇଛନ୍ତି,
ମାନେ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ମାନେ ଜେଜେ ବି ସେମିତି ବାହା ହେଇଛନ୍ତି?
ହଁ ସେଇ ଗୋଟେ ଝିଅ ଜଣ ଘରୁ ପୁଅ ଆମର।
Okay, okay.
ସେମିତି we are the 7th generation. ମୋ ୱାଇଫ ର ବାବୁ ଘର କହନ୍ତି ଯୋଉ ନା, ମୋ ୱାଇଫ ର ବାବୁ ଘର, ମୋ ମାଙ୍କର ବାବୁ ଘର, ମୋ ଜେଜେମାଙ୍କ ବାବୁ ଘର ଗୋଟେ।
ମାନେ ୱାଇଫ ଙ୍କର ମାମୁଁ ଘର, ଆପଣଙ୍କ ମାଙ୍କର ମାମୁଁ ଘର?
ମାମୁଁ ଘର ନାହିଁ, ବାବୁ ଘର ଯୋଉ ମାନେ ତାଙ୍କ ନିଜର ବାପାଙ୍କର।
ଆଚ୍ଛା 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 ଆଚ୍ଛା।
ୱାଇଫ ର ବାପା ଘର, ମୋ ଜେଜେମା ମାଙ୍କର ବାପା ଘର, ମୋ ଜେଜେମାଙ୍କ ବାପା ଘର ମତେ ଗୋଟେ ହିଁ।
ଆଚ୍ଛା 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 ମାନେ interconnected. Okay.
It's very complex.
Yeah, very more ବୁଝିପାରିଲି. Okay.
And it doesn't digest nowadays. Actually.
Yeah.
It doesn't digest nowadays, basically.
ତ ମାନେ ଆପଣ ଯୋଉଟା ଏକ୍ସାମିନ କରିଥିଲେ ସାଇଣ୍ଟିଫିକାଲି ଆପଣ କିଛି ପାଇଲେ ସେ ଟାଇମରେ କିଛି ରଙ୍ଗ?
ଏକ୍ସାମିନ ମାନେ ସେମିତି କିଛି ସାଇଣ୍ଟିଫିକ ସେମିତି କିଛି ଟେଷ୍ଟ କିଛି କରିନଥିଲେ, but what I connected with some people basically understood ki actually genetically if there is a problem in anywhere in this last 6 generations, then that continues further.
Okay.
But what I saw is that 6th generation panto semti kichi problem nathila, na anybody had diabetes, na anybody has a heart problem, then anybody has any major kidney or all issues. Everybody was healthy.
Okay,
all
okay.
6th generation. Then I think it's healthy. That's how I thought.
Okay, got it.
It's that's how.
ତ ଏବେ ଆପଣ ସେ କଲଚରରେ ବିଲିଭ କରନ୍ତି ନା ଏବେ ଆପଣ ସେ କଲଚରରେ ବିଲିଭ କରନ୍ତିନି? ସପୋଜ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ପୁଅକୁ ଆପଣ ସେ କଲଚରରେ ପକେଇବେ ନା you will give like
I am
broad
open to it.
Okay.
I mean, I will not say no also.
Okay, but ଆପଣଙ୍କ ପୁଅ ଯଦି ବି ଅଲଗା ଜାଗାରେ ବି କଲା you are okay also?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Nowadays we don't have control.
ओके बट एबे स्पेसिफिकली आपण भी बाहर रहउछन बट आमे यदि कहबा माने बरहमपुर रे आज आज का डेट रे तो आपण जो टाइम मैरिज करिथिले से टाइम रे आपण पेरेंट्स आपण फोर्स करथिले यू हैव टू बिकॉज़ दिस इज द कल्चर ना माने आपण पर ऑप्शन थिला
ना ऑप्शन थिला
ओके
ऑप्शन थिला सो पचाथिले
ओके आपण इंटरेस्टेड कि नाही
हां या ऑप्शन थिला आर यू श्योर फुल्ली एवरीथिंग वेल
ओके कहीं ए जार मत आउट जिनस मोर आउची माइंड की जस्ट माने क्यूरियोसिटी जेतोळे आमे जानि छिटा हम कल्चर अछि कोड ना कोड छोटो बळे भी आमे हेटा को ड्रीम करिया स्टार्ट करू कि अच्छा ये मो मामू झियो तो आगु मोर आसुत हो मु बेठर दास टिके माने ताको लाइन मारिया टिके स्टार्ट करे माने माने एटा हुए तो आपण को सेटा हेतिला कि
yes definitely
तो यू आर लाइक यू आर
it's like like the grandmothers basically the grandmothers likes this right so my grandmother or her grandmother they are also like the
connected yeah
connected right because of the this connect. So they used to tease
they
used to already tease
right got it
so that also had a little you can say influence very much big influence that's a big influence and that makes your decision also
तो एबेका डेट रे माने एबेका डेट धरो एबे तो आपण को पो जाउची ओके धरो तांकर जे मामू जियो एबेका डेट रे भी से जिंस होउची कि ग्रैंडमदर चिड़ा चिड़ी एबे से जिंस अछि ना नाही
नाही एक्चुअली काई नाही माने सेटा भी गोटे पॉइंट हम पई कहैथिले मते कहैथिले एटलीस्ट ताको कहैथिले कि शी डजंट हैव एनी ब्रदर एनीमोर
okay
she only has three daughters three sisters
okay
so they said that this is the last generation that can happen
okay got it
we both are the last generation that can happen
okay
because she doesn't have a brother
right
cousin brother is there but जो direct थिला सेटा हबनी
माने ब्लड रिलेशन जो डायरेक्ट सेटा वर्तन पई परियो
हां तो सेट पई सेटअप पई हां सेटा भी गोटे पॉइंट थिला कि अरे लास्ट जनरेशन एटा माने
हे
फैमिली रे कर दियो माने इट्स गुड समझते तो दैट इज हाउ इट वाज
बट माने स्पेसिफिकली एटा हम ओडिसा रे केवल बरहमपुर माने गंजाम डिस्ट्रिक्ट रे देखा जाए
मैं नहीं आंध्र विशाखापट्टना पूरा इच्छापुर ये सब एरिया रे भी
ओके तो किंतु सेटा फोर्सफुल न थाए माने माने एबेटा फोर्सफुल किछ अछि कांसेप्ट की माने ओडिसा रे बट इट्स काइंड ऑफ वॉलंटरी दे पर ओके
इट इज not forcefully it's they suggest if this works out then it's good
okay then it's kind of a good thing it's not there is no good bad because if force कराओ then it's bad हां जदि एटा माने इंडिविजुअल ओपिनियन रे होउची माने यदि पचरा है कि ना होते then it's not bad
earlier there used I mean especially I think but I don't know but girls side रे force है
okay but you have to
kind of
okay but from boys side it was not there
boys side it was not there but now it is all
like
both
you
sides
okay
I can see both sides they can say yes or no
so then आपणकर तापर आपण आसले यूके आपण टेक महिंद्रा काम कला यूके टेक महिंद्रा then आपण के माने नेदरलैंड जर्नी केबे स्टार्ट हला
नेदरलैंड जर्नी अगेन टेक महिंद्रा ही हला बिकॉज़ टेक महिंद्रा आई नेदरलैंड जर्नी स्टार्टेड 30th November 2003
ओके तो आपण को माने मेमोरी शार्प ना एक्चुअली दिस डेट आर वेरी लाइक इंपोर्टेंट फॉर यू हेति पई आपण मन
Yeah, I mean some dates I remember.
Okay.
She remembers much more dates, but
okay.
But that's my son was born in 2013 only, January 13.
तो आपण आस्तेले
2013 only November. So when we came here, he was 8 months old.
तो आपण फर्स्ट आपण नेदरलैंड आस्ले 2013.
Yes.
UK culture ଆଉ ଆମର ସ୍ପେସିଫିକାଲି ମାନେ ବିଫୋର दैट यूके वाज पार्ट ऑफ द यूरोपियन यूनियन बट नाउ इट्स नॉट देयर राइट तो बट आंको कल्चर इज डिफरेंट राइट तो व्हाट आर द फर्स्ट आपण मते कोन व्हाट आर द कल्चरल शॉक एज एन इंडियन एज एन ओडिया स्पेसिफिकली आपण नेदरलैंड आपण कोन कल्चरल शॉक हेतला
I think on day 2 itself we both felt that this is much better place than UK kaina UK we felt little bit different actually I think because somehow I don't know we still felt that UK Indians manku still that kind of they used to look at it differently that we were ruling you guys
I mean can you just go one layer deep
I mean like I felt that UK the actual Britishers basically they still used to think that they were ruling India,
Okay.
and these guys are now coming here and
Working for them.
working for them or things like that in a point of view. The way of conversations and everything was quite different, and still till date also we feel that we have not made a wrong decision. But on the day two itself, we were in the Den Haag Centrum. I mean, ଆମେ ଦି ଜଣ ସେଠି ଚାଲୁଥିଲୁ just Centrum ରେ, ଆମେ ଏମିତି just ଦେଖୁଥିଲୁ ମାନେ, and our eye expression was that we were finding something, right? कि ଆମେ actually find କରିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଥିଲୁ, କାହିଁକି ନା ଆମର ଖେମେନ୍ତେ ଯୋଉଟା କି municipality ଟାକୁ କୋଉଠି ଅଛି ବୋଲି find କରୁଥିଲୁ. So one lady just was going in the cycle, and she stopped there, came back. Are you looking for something? So then yes, we are looking for this address. Okay, no, go here. This is the address. I think she was pure Dutch. I could see that.
Yeah.
And that itself, touched us basically a lot.
Like a side of human
there, and the careness, or you can say, hospitality, and not a false smile.
Right. Not a pretend, like she was really happy.
Yeah, so she was happy to. I think that touched both of us a lot in that day, and because this we did not see in UK.
Okay, man,
even 3 years I stayed there, but I did not see that.
Man, you are saying that, okay, let me put a little bit controversial. No, not controversial. You are still saying that the British still think we are the slave.
Yeah.
Or like still it's there.
Yeah. And
somehow.
Yeah, like I was working in BT. One of the guy, he came and he told me that is still snakes and rattles are going in your streets.
Okay.
I heard that snakes and cows are still run your streets, and this thing they're still there. He was asking that question, but then I was amazed because you are still not looked at India. You're still looking at India in 100 years back.
Yeah.
So
okay,
that perspective was still. So I'll not say any bad incident happened there in UK.
But the mindset, like how people are seeing you, people are observing you.
Exactly. So, but I still see now also. I can give another comparison. Just recently also happened, like we went to Germany. So there's a big difference actually. There's a big difference with the Netherlands people in Germany.
Okay, can you just give me some?
I mean, you go to a shop, the way these people patiently talk with you. Even if they have appointment, then they will say, okay, Patra, I have an appointment, so I have to stop here. They can patiently tell, and they will do it here in Netherlands. But whereas when we went to Germany last week, I mean, he was very hurrying things. That's okay, you have something else, but he was not telling that, okay, I have this timeline, I have to go, or that that feeling was not there, that you are there as a customer service.
Okay, got it.
That customer service, I mean, I don't know, it was just one incident though, but still that day also she was saying, no, let's see, there's a big difference.
Germans are very, I would say, very direct. They're very like
no, here in Netherlands also Dutch are very direct as well.
Okay.
Dutch are also very direct.
But they maintain the balance.
But the way you do communicate about the directness is also different.
Okay.
The way of directness also makes this thing, right? So that's the big difference.
Okay. So okay, then back to the journey. Okay, 2013. So 2013, you come to Netherlands. Okay, so that was the perspective between UK and Netherlands. But tell me few things about here. Like, what are the cultural shock as an Indian? Man, आपण already to UK रे माने बोलू थी सारी थिले, but माने आपण कोनटा डिफरेंट लागला छै एटे एमती होची एमती माने नेदरलैंड रे माने आपण टे शॉक अछि ये एमती माने यू आर फीलिंग अनकंफर्टेबल एमती किछ हेतला सिचुएशन
uncomfortable name, but I think we Indians are a little different, because I feel like, I don't know whether everybody is same, but I think we as an Indians, I think we are very patient, and we get adjusted to the environment very fast.
Okay,
that's what my feeling is.
Yeah.
But yes, of course, there are some shocks happen. Especially on noise pollution.
Okay.
So yes, like people were getting irritated with little jumps
Okay,
or
okay.
little shout,
Sound. Okay,
shout.
okay, okay.
And like we Indians, like here, like people
Like they want to
make
speak
noise,
loud.
right?
Yeah,
People
yeah.
speak loud,
Mm-hmm.
noise,
Mm-hmm.
jumping and things
Mm-hmm.
like that, the house. But here they say, if you want to jump, go to the playground, otherwise don't jump in the house,
Okay, okay, okay. Got it, got it.
apartments and things like that, right? So
Okay, okay,
so these still doesn't digest me.
okay, okay,
And I'm not sure why they always like to be in silent.
okay. Got it, got it.
They want silent, more
Okay, yeah.
silent,
Mm-hmm.
and this thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the you can say the
Shock, cultural
first
shock.
cultural shock, basically, you can say.
Okay.
So that had a little point of view. Otherwise, I think another big cultural shock, especially when I understood that 50% of the people in the Netherlands, they don't follow any religion. I don't know if you know that fact, but 50% of the people don't follow any religion.
They don't want to be, yeah,
Though they are
Christian or.
Christian in the back things point of view, but then their family, they don't follow any particular religion.
Like they don't believe in God.
They don't believe in. I don't know. That statement is wrong.
Okay, but they don't follow religion specifically.
Yeah, God and religion could be two different things.
Okay, okay.
But so that was one of the kind of, yeah. It I found bit
Still,
difficult.
like I have also few friends in Germany. When like we think, okay, we say something, they said, oh, we don't believe in marriage. We don't like
Exactly.
what is the marriage?
Yeah.
We are living together. Just we are going and sign a court paper.
Exactly.
So we don't believe in this kind of rituals.
Those are even. I mean, I mean, I was amazed. Like in one of our client's office, one guy was saying that I'm marrying now, and he has almost 11 years old daughters, two daughters. So he says, no, we are going to marry. I mean, those are like
Okay.
we don't and another thing is that I think, like, we used to go every year to India, right?
Mhm.
And then we say that we go to India, meet like people and all. And these guys says, okay, how can you do that?
Mhm.
How can you do that? And then when I said that in my marriage 1,200 people had come,
Mhm.
then they were shocked. That they feel like, okay, do you have 1,200 people followers in your Facebook? They're asking. So I said, it's not like that. Then I explained that marriage is, for us, the marriage is not a husband wife, but a marriage is in two families. That's the big difference. So ଆମର ଏଠି କ'ଣ, ଏଠି ଲୋକମାନେ କ'ଣ କରନ୍ତି, ମ୍ୟାରେଜ ମାନେ ପୁଅ ଝିଅ ବାହା ହଉଛି। ଆମର କ'ଣ ସେଠି ଦିଟା ପାତ୍ର ଆଉ ସୁବୁଧି ବାହା ହଉଛନ୍ତି, ପାତ୍ର କିନ୍ତାଲି ବାହା ହଉଛନ୍ତି। It's a family ବାହାଘର, not a Venkateshwar or Lavanya. That it's a big,
ଏମାନଙ୍କର ସେଟା ତାଙ୍କର ଦି ଚାରି ସାଙ୍ଗ ଆସିବେ, ସେମାନେ ବହୁତ ସର୍ଟକଟ୍ ରେ କରିଦିଅନ୍ତି।
Exactly. So that's also a big difference actually of cultural ki how. But ସେ କାଳର ମ୍ୟାରେଜ ଗୋଟେ ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ ଥିଲା, ଏବେର ଗୋଟେ ଅଲଗା ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ। ସେବେ ମ୍ୟାରେଜ ସେମିତି କରୁଥିଲେ କାହିଁକି ନା ଦୁନିଆ ଜାଣନ୍ତୁ ଯେ ସେମାନେ ବାହା ହେଲେ ବୋଲି। ସେଥିପାଇଁ ମାନେ my thought was that because they want to showcase that there is a two family marriages, so that integrated, two families are integrated. Ethi as usual, I mean, maybe the father-in-laws and both sides, they might not be talking for years. They don't know each other also.
Right. True.
These two people will know both sides, but they both might not know each other at all.
Right. True.
That kind of possible. ସେମିତି ଛୋଟ ଛୋଟ ବହୁତ କିଛି ମାନେ of course ଅଛି basically, ମାନେ but those are like, as you go through, you learn and then try to adopt differently and things.
तो ओके, एबे हम आसबे करियर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू रु, केबे आपन को लागिला कि करियर रे आपन केबे लागिला कि ना, ओके, व्हाटएवर आई ड्रीम्ड, ओके, व्हाटएवर आई ड्रीम्ड इन माय लाइक आपन कॉलेज टाइम रे, यू गॉट इट। को टाइम रे आपन लागिला, व्हाट आर द गोल्डन टाइम फॉर यू?
I think to be fair, माने मु गोटे एमतिया पिला somehow I did not had any big dreams.
Okay.
So you can say,
just you like go with flow.
Go with the flow.
Okay.
I'm more of a person, go with the flow.
Like present.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be present. Of course, there are some small aims are there, but doesn't mean that okay, I even now, I mean, that's one of the, you can say, negative part of me. That many people think that okay, I have a vision in 10 years that I will be doing this, but kind of that kind of vision I did not have. But I had one this thing is that maybe because the influence of my uncle, my mama and all, they were staying in US and this point of view. I had somehow the influence that maybe that side of the world is good.
Okay.
That kind of a thing tha ki हाँ separate jiba. US mainly US target thila. But then now we realize that that's not the place to us.
So like ଆପଣ ଏଠି କହିପାରିବେ କି whenever you are in UK so you are happy.
Yeah.
Like whenever you came to Netherlands you are happy.
Yes.
So like what was God giving you that
Yes,
time, like you are happy that time, so
Yes.
you are not chasing the dream.
No.
तो ମାନେ ଆର ଗୋଟେ ପଜିଟିଭ ସାଇଡ୍ ବି ଅଛି, ଯେମିତି ଲାଇକ୍ ଯୋଉମାନେ ପ୍ରେଜେଣ୍ଟରେ ବଞ୍ଚୁଛନ୍ତି ସେମାନେ ଅଧିକ ଆଂସିୟସ୍ ହୁଅନ୍ତିନି, ସେମାନେ ଅଧିକ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରେସ୍ ବି ହୁଅନ୍ତିନି। ଯୋଉମାନେ ଟିକେ ଅଧିକ ଡ୍ରିମ୍କୁ ଚେଜ୍ କରନ୍ତି, ଯୋଉମାନେ ମାନେ ମ୍ୟାନିଫେଷ୍ଟ କରନ୍ତି ଡାଏରୀରେ ଲେଖିଲେ, ଲାଇକ୍ ଦେ ଅଲୱେଜ୍ ଟ୍ରାଏ ଟୁ ବି ଲାଇକ୍ ଟ୍ରାଏ ଟୁ ରନ୍, ବିକଜ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଗୋଟେ ଚେଞ୍ଜ କରିବାର ଅଛି, ରାଇଟ୍? ତ ସେ ଜାଗାରେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଟିକେ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରେସ୍ ଅଧିକା ହୁଏ। ତ ଆପଣ ଏଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ପଜିଟିଭ ସାଇଡ୍ କ୍ୟାନ୍ ସେ, ମାନେ ଏଇଟା ଇଟ୍ସ ଲାଇକ୍ ହାଉ ୟୁ ଆର୍ ସିଇଂ। ଯଦି ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଗୋଟେ ଲାଇଫ୍ ଷ୍ଟାଇଲ୍ ଭଲ ହିଁ ଲାଗୁ, ଦେନ୍ ହ୍ୱାଇ ୟୁ ୱିଲ୍ ଲାଇକ୍ ସି ୟୁର ଲାଇଫ୍ ଟୁ ଚେଜ୍ ସମବଡି, ଲାଇକ୍ ମାନେ ଅଲଗା ଲୋକ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ବଟ୍ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଏଇଟା ଭଲ ଲାଗୁନି, ଦେନ୍ ୟୁ ଆର୍ ହାପି, ରାଇଟ୍? ତ ସେ ଟାଇମ୍ରେ ତାହେଲେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆପଣ ନେଦରଲ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡରେ ଆସିଥିଲେ, ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଫାଇନାନ୍ସିଆଲର ମାନେ କେମିତି କ'ଣ ଥିଲା ଏ ଟାଇମ୍ରେ? ମାନେ ୟୁ ଆର୍ ଲାଇକ୍ ଫାଇନାନ୍ସିଆଲି stable that time? ମାନେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆପଣ ଏଣ୍ଟ୍ରି କରିଥିଲେ 2013 ନା you are also struggling?
When you say struggling in what sense basically?
Like ମାନେ ଆପଣ ବେସିକ୍ ନିଡ୍, ଆପଣ ଫ୍ୟାମିଲି, ମାନେ ଗୋଟେ ଲୋକଙ୍କର ମାନେ ଆଜିକା ଡେଟ୍ରେ ଯଦି ମୁଁ କହିବି, ଧର ମୋ କଥା କହିବି,
that way I would say that I'm lucky enough that we did not had any financial stress back in India.
Okay.
So because my father was a doctor, so still he's working even if he's 76 years old. He is passionate
okay
into the doctor field, so he's still working. So that kind of financial struggle, I know many people, they have to make their parents and these things to make survive, and the financial
yes
lot of loans and things.
House loan, blah blah.
See, we have taken our own properties in Pune, house loans and everything was there, but then that was more of not stress onto the struggle for
ମାନେ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ପ୍ୟାରେଣ୍ଟସ୍ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ସେଲ୍ଟର ଥିଲା, ତ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ମାନେ ନାଇଁ କି ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ସବୁ ଯାକ ମାନେ ଭାର ଆପଣଙ୍କ କାନ୍ଧରେ ଥିଲା?
ନାଇଁ, ଏବେ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ବି ନାଇଁ।
Okay.
That's I mean it's a gross grace to me or things like that, but ଏବେ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ନାଇଁ।
ସେଥିପାଇଁ ହ୍ୱାଟ ଏଭର ୟୁ ଆର୍ ଗେଟିଂ ୟୁ ଆର୍ ହାପି, ବିକଜ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କେବଳ ନିଜକୁ ସର୍ଭାଇଭ୍ କରିବାର ଅଛି। ସୋ ୟୁ ଡୋଣ୍ଟ ହାଭ୍ ଏନି ଲାୟବିଲିଟି, ଲାଇକ୍ ମାନେ ପାପାଙ୍କୁ ଖାଇବା ଦବା କି ମାମାଙ୍କୁ ପାଇଁ ପଠେଇବା କି ଘର ବନେଇବା, ଜାଗା କିଣିବା, ସେସବୁ କିଛି ନାହିଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ଏତେ।
ଯାହା ବନେଇବା କଥା ଇଟ୍ସ ଓନ୍ଲି ଫର୍ ଆସେଟ୍ ପର୍ପସ୍, ନଟ୍
ଫର୍ ସର୍ଭାଇଭାଲ୍। ଓକେ, ଗୁଡ୍ ବିକଜ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ସ ଏ ଗୁଡ୍ ଥିଙ୍ଗ। ଓକେ, ଦେନ୍ ନେଦରଲ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡରେ ଆପଣ ଯୋଉ କନଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଟଲି ରହିଲେ, ଦେନ୍ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ସେ ଟାଇମ୍ରେ କିଛି କେବେ ଫିଲ୍ ହେଇଛି କି ନାଇଁ ଓକେ ନେଦରଲ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡ ଛାଡ଼ିକି ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଜାଗାକୁ ଯିବା କି କ'ଣ, ସେଟା କିଛି ଫିଲ୍ ହେଇଛି ନା ସେମିତି କିଛି ଫିଲିଂସ୍ ଆସିଛି?
Yes, a lot of discussions happened, but not like output hi jiba pai, because we like Netherlands. Okay, to be fair, we still like it, but there was always a discussion between should we stay here or go back to India.
Okay.
That was the discussion, not like okay go to UK or US.
Okay.
Those things are.
Then what are the outcome of that discussion? Now stay here.
Yeah, like I think that thought process was there. But like, see, when we came here, first of all, when we came here in 2013, we never ever thought that we'll stay here.
Okay.
We came in a deputation.
Okay.
Right, for a 2 years project we came, and that project was successful. So the customer said that we can give another project which will continue for another few years. So that is how we stayed here actually, first of all. So 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, we never thought about that. We always thought that sometimes we are going back only.
Okay.
When the project ends, we'll going back. We never, when it came to 4-5 years basically timeline, then that thought process came, is it to stay here or do something or things like that. Then we still got an opportunity in a projects basically, so to continue here. So up to 8 years, like it was all about because there is a project, there is a not 8 years, but I think 6 years or so. Because there was a project was running, so let's go on. But when it becomes 6 years timeline, then we thought, okay, we have to think about it.
ओके से टाइम रे आपण माने इंडियन कंपनी छाडी के डच कंपनी रे जॉइन करि सरिथिले ना से
नहीं
टाइम
मु
रे
डच
आपण माने
कंपनी रे जॉइन
डेपुटेशन
करनी
थिले
नहीं, मु टेक महिंद्रा रे ही थिली. तापरे वी स्टार्टेड थिंकिंग अबाउट इट कि कौन करिया. तो देन आई सेड दैट वी सेड दैट ओके, लेट्स डू वन थिंग. लेट्स फर्स्ट do some of the administrative things that is required to stay here.
ओके लाइक
Before we talk a decision about it.
ओके ओके
So let's do like the Dutch exams and things like that. So then I thought, basically we thought that okay, let's not think about it that whether we should stay in India or stay here. Let's take a future of Vihan, my son, कि तार फ्यूचर केमती करिबा. हेले ताको जदि हमें डच पासपोर्ट दे पाउचे ताहले एटलीस्ट ही ता पई मल्टीपल ओपनिंग्स ही जिवो इन द फ्यूचर. नो कोठी गेल जाई पारि, यूके जाई पारि कि सेतो तो ब्रिटिश ब्रेक्सिट नथिला, यूके भी जाई पारि कि यूएस जाई पारि कि माने इंडिया जाई पारि, दैट्स इट्स ओके. तो ताको जदि पासपोर्ट देवार अछि ताले वन ऑफ अस हैज टू गेट ए पासपोर्ट.
ओके ओके
That started in that our mind, and then
Okay.
I started learning Dutch and
Okay.
gave exams and things like that. And that is a win-win situation थिला कि हाँ एटलीस्ट मो पाई मध्ये गोटे भलो जे अच्छा जदि भी जॉब रे पठे दउछन सेतोला हम डिसाइड करिवा जे हम एट रहउचे रहिबा. जदि डिसाइड करिया हम एट रहिबा ताहले एटलीस्ट आई हैव ए पासपोर्ट टू stay here and look for another job. So I still continue to take Mahindra, but I started this process.
Okay.
Planning it.
To get
Just
the
to get
citizenship.
Citizenship basically.
Okay.
Once I got the citizenship, then it was an age of his age wherein we have to take a decision. 2 years back actually. एबुकु दी 3 वर्ष तळे हमको रियली हमको we have to take a decision because तार एज हे जाउची बिकॉज़ तापर चेंज करियाटा भलो नाही
माने स्कूलिंग
टारे. तो जेतळे से 5th क्लास को आसी गला मतलब हमें either एथे रहबा न इंडिया रहबा. We have to take a decision and we have to make that transition quickly. Doesn't matter even if I have a passport, doesn't matter. तो सेतळे मो पासपोर्ट मो पे अप्लाई कर दीची ऑलरेडी. एग्जाम सरी जाइए अप्लाई कर दीची. तो एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन प्रोसेस टा स्टार्ट ही जाइए पूरा. एग्जाम सब सरी जाइए. तो जेतेबेले मु सेतेबेले हमें एक्चुअली डिसीजन करिया पे हमें बसतिलु. Then I took a decision. I think it's better to stay here. And we took a decision and moved ahead here. And
then what are the criteria आपण जो डिसीजन लेले, what are the main points? कारण एवरे डिसीजन माने आपण जो फेज रे जाई साडछंती, आई थिंक माने ओडिया डायस्पोरा देखुथिबे इंटरव्यू को, तो से माने ए फेज को दिन दिन आसीबे राइट.
समस्त आसीबे.
हां सो माने जो माने बाहर रहउछ माने डेफिनेटली आसीबे. तो आपण कोन पॉइंट्स आपण माने पैरामीटर चूज माने फिल्टर लगे आपण चूज करले कि ना यू विल स्टे इन नेदरलैंड.
Various parameters actually गोटे हला back in India how parents and in-laws को केमती हम माने देखि पारि माने how we can spend time or serve basically that one. That was the major negative of staying here.
Okay, बुझ पाइल.
You know, that is the because that is the only thing which is more.
But you can bring your parents here, right?
No, you can bring only for visit, but not as a.
But not as a permanent. You cannot bring.
No.
And आपण 6 months आनी परिबे तो?
No, not 6 months, 3 months.
3 months, then 3 months gap, then 3 months, then. Kind of something.
Correct.
Okay.
That's a lot of hassles, right? A lot of administration hassle, a lot of everything. You cannot bring. There's a huge.
I think in Germany law you can bring parents. I think.
Maybe I don't know, but here it's a lot of what you call restrictions are there. You can only bring if you don't have any brothers and sisters.
To take care.
Really, nobody is there to take care. You cook and all those things.
Then you can bring your parents permanently. जदी से टिके नथिबे तांकर टेक केयर कर.
सब बहुत किछि रूल्स अछि. एते इजी न काई ना because these governments always think right now if they come then it's more of a liability for them because they don't give it back right anything.
Okay.
It's a liability for them, right?
Okay, got it.
Why? I mean, you think logically, government, why anybody old people will take them? They are not going to get anything. If you serve for this country for some years, then you have already given so that you will get that.
You're right.
But
But it,
you know,
but तांको point रे ठीक अछि
obviously it's all about business and finance. The main, I think, the criteria or thought process was, I think, social security, ease of life, maybe good education, so, and also more opportunities. So these are
social
the
security ଟିକେ ଆପଣ explain କରିବେ
social security is like, something happens to me, 2 minutes, your ambulance is here
okay
to take care of it, everything. They'll at least here the process is such a way that they'll not make you die,
okay okay
so, but the reverse is there.
Mhm.
To, if you are having cough or little medicine, this thing, you don't get an appointment to the GP also,
okay
right?
okay
So that's the drawback to it.
okay
There you go to any doctor, within 2 minutes you take an appointment, discuss and get a medicine, basically. But here you don't get that, do that.
okay
But the other side of it is that they don't make you die. At
okay
least
like
they'll ensure,
if you are any emergency they will like
ensure that
act fast
yeah, correct. Then also there are various social securities like job security.
job security like
Job security also is like what I understand from here, from people or things like that. If you have done a job for almost like 5 years or something like that, then if you lose a job, let's say, then you get at least 6 to 8 months or sometimes 1 year also, your 70% of salary from the government to survive here.
if you lose a job
If you lose a job, basically, that kind of
okay
job
like
security.
the unemployment insurance kind of thing
Exactly, unemployment insurance kind of thing. So this is there, and also if anything happens to anything, then the childrens are taken care.
like can
Like
you
for
just explain
example,
one layer deep but suppose ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଯଦି କିଛି problem ହେଲା financially
yeah, like see, they already give a little bit financial every quarter for childrens.
okay like okay
Like
okay
they have
like
a social security benefit which is comes like 300 to 400 euros that comes per kid every quarter, which is
like
supposed to
every
take
month
care
or
every quarter
okay
350 euros something
okay
per child. So
okay
if you have two children, then you will get two.
okay okay
So, but that's not a big amount though, because that's not a big amount, big this thing point of view. But at least they try to support you. But also they have a social security tax systems where in such a way that for example, you lose a job and you have a house which is under NSG, they call it National Security Guarantee, NSG. Then you don't need to pay the EMIs.
okay so suppose if you ଯଦି ଆପଣ ଘର କିଣିଥିବେ ଯଦି ଆପଣ ଘର ରେଣ୍ଟ ରେ
ରେଣ୍ଟ
ରହୁଥିବେ
ରହୁଛନ୍ତି ମନେକର, ତାହେଲେ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ସେମାନେ social housing scheme ବି ଅଛି.
okay
So, I mean, of course, like Indians, we don't take those things basically. But if you look at it, the community here, well, there are various social housing schemes are there, wherein if you prove that you don't have job, you don't have these things, and but your family is to live, then they, like, if you're paying 1,200 euros for rent, then government gives you back somewhere around 800 or 400 something amount
okay
back to you, so that the social housing is
okay like you are saying that there is a backup
There
so you will not like go to the street
yeah, I mean, at least exactly, I mean, they have a system here which will make you that at least you are not got into the street. And even if nothing is there, ajira date re, out a major thing is that here equality of job, I mean, ମୁଁ ଏବେ IT ରେ କାମ କରୁଛି, ଆଉ ଜଣେ ଆଲବର୍ଟାଇନ୍ or या ଜମ୍ବୋ या ଗୋଟେ ସୁପର ମାର୍କେଟ ରେ କ୍ୟାସିୟର କି କଣ କି ମ୍ୟାନେଜର ଗୋଟେ କାମ କରୁଛି, the respect is almost same.
ମାନେ waiter ବି ହଉ କି director ବି ହଉ same respect,
it's the same respect, right? So that is a big thing, because आज कल डेट में तो IT job नहीं, it's okay to survive. I'll go and work in a supermarket.
ମାନେ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଇଣ୍ଡିଆରେ ଆପଣ ଭାବିବାକୁ ପଡିବ ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ଡାଇରେକ୍ଟର, ମୁଁ କେମିତି ସୁପରମାର୍କେଟ କାମ କଲେ ଲୋକମାନେ କଣ ଭାବିବେ
exactly वो social जो pressure ना देखा नहीं 89.
okay
So but there is a positive and negative to it. Okay, no, everything is a positive and negative, but that pressure is not here. But ସେଇଠି କି pressure ଅଛି, ତାକୁ ଧରି ତମେ କରିବ କାମଟା, ତମେ
ଏଟା ଯଦି pressure ନାହିଁ ତମକୁ ମାନେ lazy ହେଇ ଯାଇ ପାର.
correct. And see, that's what I said, it's a positive negative. The positive part is that when there is a pressure, you innovate.
Okay, okay, okay.
right?
Uh-huh.
You try to innovate. You try to do a lot of innovation. Innovations comes from problem, right? Innovation never comes if you don't have
Like
a problem.
right, true,
So
true.
that's a positive part of it. If
Okay,
you have a
okay.
problem there, then you get innovate. You'll
Okay,
innovate.
got it. ଆପଣ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଯୋଉ ପଏଣ୍ଟ କହିଲେ କି ଇଜ୍ ଅଫ୍ ଲାଇଫ୍, ତ ହ୍ୱାଟ ଡୁ ମିନ୍ ଇଜ୍ ଅଫ୍ ଲାଇଫ୍? ଯେମିତି ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଟିକେ ମାନେ ଯଦି ଆମ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆରେ ବି ତ ଲାଇଫ୍ ବହୁତ ଇଜି।
I mean, exactly. You said that's correct. Actually, if you look at it, my past this thing also, like if I stay in Belagunta or Bandhanagar kind of a place, probably that's a more easier life than a city.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Because
yes.
city is not easier life.
Right.
Rather, actually, the villages will be more easier to stay.
Yeah, but you can find everything.
You can find everything. Everybody is connected. Everybody is there. Support system is there.
Right.
What you are looking for here, the support system, like 1 minute रे तुमको ambulance अच्छी सेठी तुम्हारा पड़ीसा घर लोग तुमको 1 minute रे तुमको आसी की
right.
ये करियो
माने ସେମାନେ ନିଜେ डायरेक्ट ନେଇ ଯିଏ ମାନେ ambulance ମାନେ କୁ ମାନେ ୱେଟ୍ କରିବେ।
हां exactly
right.
तो से अनुसार देखियो बोले it's I mean village but as an IT professional, as a this professional, we can never go back to that place. We cannot stay in Berhampur.
Right, you have to stay in the IT area, right? Like Bangalore.
Yeah, exactly. So that is what we thought. Again, ଆମେ ଯେତେବେଳକୁ ମନେକର ଇଣ୍ଡିଆକୁ ପଳେଇବା ମଧ୍ୟ ପଳେଇଲେ ତ ଆମେ ଯାଇକି ତ ବ୍ରହ୍ମପୁରରେ ରହିପାରିବା। ଆମକୁ ରହିବାକୁ ପଡିବ ଏଇତ ବାଙ୍ଗାଲୋର ପୁନେ ଏମିତି ସିଟିରେ ରହିବାକୁ ପଡିବ ସିଟି ଲାଇଫରେ ରହିବାକୁ ପଡିବ ଯୋଉଟା କି ବିଜି ଲାଇଫ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଦିସ୍ ପଏଣ୍ଟ ଅଫ ଭ୍ୟୁ ନଟ୍ କାମ୍ ଲାଇଫ ଇଟ୍ସ ଅ ବିଜି ଲାଇଫ so we are not staying near to parent but କିଛି ଅସୁବିଧା ହେଲା nowadays okay 3 to 4 hours you will reach there at Berhampur if anything is there ଆଜିର ଡେଟରେ ଏଇଠି ଯଦି ତମେ ରହୁଛ it will take 10 hours that's the biggest difference
okay
you know
ତ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ବି ଆପଣ କହିପାରିବେ ଇଜ୍ ଅଫ୍ ଲାଇଫରେ ଏଠି ଟିକେ ମାନେ ଲାଇଫ୍ ଟିକେ ଅର୍ଗାନାଇଜ୍ଡ ଏମିତି କହିପାରିବା ରାଇଟ୍ ଦେନ୍ ଆଇ ଉଡ୍ ସେ ମାନେ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଯୋଉଟା ଆପଣ କହିଲେ କି ଯଦି ଆଜି ସୋସାଇଟି ଦେଖିବା ଇଣ୍ଡିଆନ୍ ସୋସାଇଟି ଆଣ୍ଡ ଏଠିକାର ଯୋଉ ସୋସାଇଟି ଅଛି ରାଇଟ୍ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କଣଟା ଲାଗୁଛି କି ସୋସାଇଟାଲ ଡିଫରେନ୍ସ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କୋଉଟା ଭଲ ଲାଗେ?
That's good question. Basically Indian society life is much better and we like to be there in that society and but why not that can be created here?
Okay, why okay like through community.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. So that is also what we try to do it ki ame to be fair like amaro more lavanyaro connection in Den Haag and everything it's not an Odia but across
like Indian diaspora
Indian and diaspora connect is very big.
Okay,
so we try to connect with everybody. Okay, so আমি সেটাই ভাবলি যে we can bring that Odia Indian society here.
Right, true.
So then we will not miss.
Right.
So the only thing what is happening difference is that our friends are becoming our family. Whereas there your family members are family who is supporting you. Here you have to create that within friends who is family.
এটা কোন actually practically it's possible like Indian diaspora এটি কোন এত active মানে
it is possible and we are doing it.
Okay.
So like for example we have 8 to 10 family friends. We try to celebrate all events. We try to gather everyone together at one place, anyone's place, and then we go some places, spend together. I know not even any single weekend that we have either somebody is coming to our house or we are going somewhere.
Okay.
Especially Indian, I'm talking about Indian.
Okay.
Not Dutch or point of view, the Indian. So we thought that at least try 10%, 15%, 20% be connected with the Indian community so that automatically we create that culture, create that this thing and all point of view. So obviously we can try to keep that basically.
Okay.
And that's how we are working it out. But yes, of course, as you said, family and friends is a big difference. But tell me today, which family has not having dispute?
हाँ इट्स ट्रू कंप्लीटली आजिका डेट रे शहर रे लोक भाईचारा कले आजिका लोक गाँ रे भाईचारा नहीं हो माने बिकॉज ऑफ पॉलिटिक्स आई वुड से
हाँ
आगुड जोटा उल्टा होतिला कि गाँ रे गोटे भाईचारा बहुत स्ट्रांग थिला
हाँ
हम ओडिसा रे कोदा भाईचारा को ओडिया रे को कि जनकर असुविधा जण जाके जण घरे जदी खाया नहीं आ जण घरे खाया अछि तो सेटा हे होतला
exactly
माने जनक घरे पांच जण बसी टीवी देखुतले
हाँ
आजिका डेट रे समस्त माने आजिका डेट रे गाँ रे भी समस्त घर लक बट आई थिंक शहर रे आपण देखिबे गोटे कॉलोनी रे जाकिना चा दुकान रे किछि माने ओल्ड पीपल खटी करथिबे बट गाँ रे आई थिंक इट्स ना इट्स नॉट देयर
हाँ हाँ
इट्स नॉट देयर ओके तो बट माने मोर क्वेश्चन था कि हमर जो माने सोसाइटी इन द सेंस कि आपण नेदरलैंड रे रहिला पर 11 वर्ष आपण कोन को लागुची कि जदि हमर ओडिया लोक जो मान देखुचंती ओडिया जेनजी हो कि जो मान देखुचंती वर्तमान पई कि ओडिया जो पेरेंट्स देखुचंती कोन थॉट प्रोसेस हमु चेंज करबा दरकार माने इट्स अ काइंड ऑफ क्रिटिकल फीडबैक वी वुड से कि ओडिसा को अपलिफ्ट करिया पे माने आजिका डेट रे आपण बे तो माने ओडिया ट्रैवल करछन ओडिसा फ्रीक्वेंटली ओके
every year
तो आपण को लागुची माने ओडिसा कोन माने ठीक जगह अछि व्हाट डू यू थिंक इट्स बीइंग पॉलिटिकल क्वेश्चन बट टेक इट एज ए क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू
नहीं आई थिंक गुड क्वेश्चन कहीं ना मु नॉट ओनली ओडिशा ट्रैवल करछि बट ऑलवेज मु आल्सो पुणे को जाउछि कि बैंगलोर जाई थाउछि आई कैन गिव द कंपैरेटिव व्यू आल्सो लाइक अनदर सी मो मतरे आई थिंक बरहमपुर को मु आज जाउछि एंड बरहमपुर को मु जदी 20 years back जाइथिली को जाउछि इफ यू लुक एट द डिफरेंस is very minor in terms of infrastructure point of view. Very minor. But yes, from an infrastructure point of view, Bhubaneswar ki Cuttack cities some dekhiyo bole that's a probably a big little changed. But the गाँव रे देखियो कि ये देखियो infrastructure point of view मैं बेलगोठा भी जाइता होची मु every year मु एते difference दिखे देखोनी only difference कि समस्त पारे गोटे मोबाइल अछि इंटरनेट कनेक्शन अछि
okay
that is the difference
okay only
only but आगा काल टेलीफोन थिला आज काली इंटरनेट अछि घरे मोबाइल गोटे समस्त पारे अछि दैट्स द बिगेस्ट डिफरेंस अछि किंतु सेमिति माने इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चरल चेंजेस में देखो तापरे आ गोटे हला ओडिशा डेवलपमेंट देखिए बोले मते लागुची जे ओडिशा रो डेवलपमेंट कंपेयर टू द अदर स्टेट्स इन द लास्ट 20 years is less
okay
मो मतरे बहुत लेस रही maybe last couple of years or last 4-5 years I am hearing a lot about developmental things at least last 4-5 years especially जो माने हॉकी मैचेस और ये सब हेची सेपट हेची बट जहाँ भी हेची मते टिके लगे जे द डेवलपमेंट जोड़ा हेची जो है इट्स ऑल अराउंड भुवनेश्वर
okay kind of marketing point of view
हाँ भुवनेश्वर कटक ये रे माने सराउंडिंग हेची
हाँ
but if you just go out of that I would say hardly anything
okay so the scale रे whole ओडिशा को कवर ही नहीं okay but why it's happening माने एबेगा डेट रे जदी हमें आज माने डायस्पोरा पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू राइट माने एटा म क्वेश्चन पचरारो माने रीजन कोन काहे ना ओडिसा रे जो माने रहउछन से माने यूज्ड टू हेसर छथि दिस इज द सिस्टम बट जतो हमें बाहर रहउछ वी कैन फील द डिफरेंस राइट माने एठिकार गवर्नमेंट केमिति वर्क करूची एठिकार सिस्टम केते इजी एठिकार गवर्नमेंट केमिति लोकन को आज सर्विस प्रोवाइड करे हम ओडिसा रे केमिति हो जदी हम ओडिसा हम इंडिया न तो ओडिसा विषय केवल देखिबा माने हमें देखि परबो ह्यूज डिफरेंस राइट तो बट एटा होउनी कोन पे व्हाई इट्स नॉट नाउडेज एवरी वन कैन फील इट राइट बट व्हाई इट्स नॉट हैपनिंग एनी माने सजेशन
आई थिंक सजेशन आई थिंक हमरो सेठी सोशल कॉम्प्लेक्सिटीज बहुत अछि
मैंने
एग्जांपल सोशल कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी मतलब एठी कोन जे माने एठी मते लागे जे एठी से माने रूल्स मींस रूल्स फॉर एवरीबॉडी सेम बट सेठी कोन होय हमें नाही हमर एक कम्युनिटी को हमको अलगा टाइप रे देखियो पड़ियो ए टाइप रो रूल एक कम्युनिटी
लाइक वोट बैंकिंग पॉलिटिक्स
I'll not say vote banking politics. It may be different thought process also. It could be good also. I will not. I don't know that. So don't want to be political there basically. But जो से अनुसार जो changes होची से complex situation को handle करे टा easy नहीं है. Okay. My point of view is that it's not easy.
Okay.
It's not easy also.
Okay, got it.
The governmental that point doing it is also not easy.
Okay.
you know, so mane I'll give simple example actually. Tika daba, right? जो vaccination, vaccination. Some social people think that's bad.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you imagine? I mean, some social people think that that's bad. That's not good.
Okay. Because of their
Because of maybe there's some thought process behind it in their generations, their thinking. And my view is that anybody's view is not wrong. Because if somebody is telling something, there is a reason to it. Always. They will not. No, none of them will do blindly. There is just some reasons made. Nowadays, also Western media, Western of this thing also we talk, right? Some of the vaccines might be impacting us. We don't know in the future.
Right. True.
You know?
Right.
So
True.
you never know which is correct, which is wrong. Okay?
Right.
Here they talk in scientific way. They're the same thing they talk in
a cultural way.
Cultural way, right? So that's where is but
The-
here it's a compulsory to तुम्हारे पास लेटर आया तुमको वैक्सीन देना है तो वैक्सीन देना है नहीं दोगे तो तुम्हारे लिए प्रॉब्लम है
नॉलेज से जबरदस्ती देवे
नॉलेज जबरदस्ती
True.
so that you can imagine how the government it's a simple small thing but कितने government और कितने complexity सेठी
ओके ता माने आपण कहया कथा कि माने गवर्नमेंट चाहिए भी बहुत सारा जिंस करि परिबोनी बिकॉज़ पीपल आर नॉट रेडी टू लाइक यू नो लाइक टू डेवलप माने जदी जदी आमे एटा देखिबा एग्जांपल माने जदी ओडिसा को वर्तमान पे मु एटा देखै कि अच्छा एमानकर गोटे कंट्री जते लोक हम स्टेट रे सेति लोक राइट माने एवरी स्टेट हम देखियो जदी आमे 4 कोटी लोक के 4.5 कोटी लोक ओडिसा रे अछु तपर आज का डेट रे इंटरनेट सब कुछ अवेलेबल अछि कि हमर कोन गोटे सिंपल एग्जांपल मु देबी आज का डेट रे हमर गां एरिया रे स्पेसिफिकली खरा दिने करंट रुएनी माने हमर जो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी रुएनी बहुत टाइम पावर कट हो जोटा हम कहू राइट जोटा कि आज का डेट रे 4 वर्ष यूरोप रे हम केबे देखिनी
करेक्ट exactly that is one of the easy of life here, right you get used to it right you have current you never think केबे भी भाबियो नि जे करंट नाही होली
राइट
एटे करंट गला माने लाइक
हां माने गोटे शॉक
मो 11 वर्ष रे आई थिंक दिथर देखि छी करंट जाईची
राइट
माने करंट जाईची वेल तो दिथर टू टाइम्स ओनली
सेटा कि माने इमरजेंसी तो भी जाईथबो हां
1 मिनिट और 2 मिनिट दैट्स इट तो जाईची जोटा हां
माने हमको कोन होय कि माने मु को जने मो एक्सपीरियंस एबे भी आई थिंक एबे भी सेटा होउछो बोते I don't know reality, but if you are watching, maybe you can relate this.
बरहमपुर हम जाउ तो पावर कट होची
तो हमको इते प्रिपेयर होपा पड़ो अच्छा ए टाइम पावर कट होबा हम ता पूरे मोबाइल फोन सब चार्ज कर रखिबा बैटरी फिट चार्ज कर रखिया सो दैट वी कैन यू नो वॉच सम मूवी और समथिंग लाइक दैट बट सेटा तो इजीली बंद हे परिबो ना करेक्ट कैन एटा को हम टेक इट फॉर ग्रांटेड नो राइट हम देखु छी हां कोन पावर कट बट कोन पे व्हाई हम जोटा को क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ स्मॉल थिंग को नहीं करेक्ट तो एटा कोन चेंज हे परिबोनी हम ओडिसा को एते पछरे अछि कि माने ओडिसा होल स्टेट को 24/7 हम इलेक्ट्रिसिटी दे परिबनी
that's a developmental question basically so develop is part of the developmental this point ना का काहे की दे परिबनी obviously एटा this is an administrational issue मते लागोनी जे कोन पैसा नहीं पैसा अछि it's all about administration
तो एटा लोक मानकर माने ए लोक माने मुद्दाटा को एते सीरियस कोन पे करू ना माने यूज माने आज ओडिया डायस्पोरा एटा मु छाड़ पे चाहे कि हम ओडिया कान हमर टिके थॉट प्रोसेस ओडिया लोकन थॉट माने जो माने ओडिसा रे सब टिके डिफरेंस हबो एने तो हम डिफरेंट कल्चर से एक्सपोजर हो राइट जदी एमते ओडिया डायस्पोरा आपन लागु जी कोड ना कोड जदी ओडिया डायस्पोरा माने पूरा होल डायस्पोरा नॉट अबाउट होल नेदरलैंड समत जदी कोड ना कोड डिस्कशन करिवे ए विषय टिके गवर्नमेंट पर प्रेशर पड़िबो कि गवर्नमेंट लागु जी कोन लोक तो एटा यूज टू हे गेलेनी माने से माने लेजी हे होजंती जदी लोक माने डिमांड करे स्टार्ट करे नो फर्स्ट यू हैव टू फुलफिल दिस otherwise we will not vote you माने एवरी इलेक्शन रे जदी एई सब डिस्कशन होबो कि एटा मिनिमम बेसिक रिक्वायरमेंट हमर टॉयलेट हे गला एमती आ माने मोदी जी टॉयलेट डिक्लेयर करथले राइट से टाइप पर हमर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी हे गला वाटर हे गला माने आज के डेट रे एते हमें मार्केटिंग करछु वी आर डेवलप बट जदी लोक माने एटा कहया स्टार्ट करिवे आई थिंक देयर विल बी सम इंपैक्ट व्हाट डू यू थिंक
yes of course I think it's not that it's not developed also हेची बहुत impact हबो definitely काहे कि ना एबे गुड एग्जांपल कोची काहे कि मु सुनिची एबे नेदरलैंड की यूरोप रे बहुत गुडे स्टेट मिनिस्टर्स स्टेट representatives or state IAS officers and this thing they come and visit you know
ହୁଁ ହୁଁ
ଆସନ୍ତି ଦେଖନ୍ତି ଏଠି କଣ ଇଏ ହଉଛି ମୁଁ କେବେ ଶୁଣିନି ଓଡିଶାରେ କିଏ ଆସୁଛି
ଓକେ ଦେଖିବା ପାଇଁ ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ଆମେ କେମିତି ଆମ କ୍ୱାଲିଟି ଅଫ ଲାଇଫ ଟାକୁ
ହଁ
ସୋସାଇଟିରେ ମାନେ ଚେଞ୍ଜ କରିପାରିବା
ହଁ ହଁ
ହଁ ହଁ
ମାନେ
ୱାଣ୍ଟ ଟୁ ଚେକ୍
ମୁଁ
ଦ
କେବେ ବି ଶୁଣିନି ଯେ ମାନେ ମୁଁ ଲାଷ୍ଟ 11 ବର୍ଷ ହେଲା ଏଠି ନେଦରଲ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡରେ ଅଛି ମହାରାଷ୍ଟ୍ର ପିପଲ ହାଭ କମ୍ ୱେଷ୍ଟ ବେଙ୍ଗଲ ହାଜ କମ୍ କେରଲା ହାଜ କମ୍ ଗୁଜରାଟ ହାଜ କମ୍ ବିହାର ହାଜ କମ୍
ମାନେ ସେମାନେ ଆସନ୍ତି ଦେଖିବା ପାଇଁ ମାନେ ଏଇଠୁ କଣଟା କେମିତି ମାନେ
ହଁ
ଚିକିତ୍ସା
ମୁଁ କେବେ ଶୁଣିନି ଓଡିଶାରେ କିଏ ଆସିଛି ମେ ବି ସେମାନେ ଯାଇଥିବେ ଅନ୍ୟ କୋଉ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରି ଯାଇଥିବେ ମୁଁ ଜାଣିନି
ହଁ ହଁ
ବଟ୍
ମାନେ ସେତିକି ମାନେ ଭିଜିବିଲିଟି ନାହିଁ
visibility ନାହିଁ because when you come it's also it's not a holiday visit though you know
ରାଇଟ୍
I mean ବହୁତ ଲୋକ holiday visit ବି ଆସୁଥିବେ but you can always carry the positives from here and implement there right that
ରାଇଟ୍
kind of
ରାଇଟ୍
thing
ଟ୍ରୁ
no?
ଟ୍ରୁ
and କାଲି ଯେମିତି OSCAN ଇଭେଣ୍ଟରେ ଆମର ମିଷ୍ଟର ଆମର ଆମ୍ବାସେଡର ସାର୍ କହିଲେ it's a very similarity between Odia and Dutch with respect to the business point of view କି ଦି ଜଣ ଯାକ ପାଖରେ ପାଣିର ଜ୍ଞାନ ଅଛି ୱାଟର ମ୍ୟାନେଜମେଣ୍ଟ ଦି ଜଣ ଯାକ ପାଖରେ ଅଛି ଭଲ ବଟ୍ ଦେନ୍ that water management କୁ କାହିଁକି ଆମର ଓଡିଶାରେ why it has not become internationalized
ରାଇଟ୍
but where the Dutch water management is very international they go everywhere in the all over the world to କି ତମର water management କୁ solve କରିବା ପାଇଁ
ହଁ 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 ରାଇଟ୍ ରାଇଟ୍ ଦେ ଆର୍ ସେଲିଂ ଦିସ୍
they are selling this ଆମର ସେ productization ହେଇନି ସେଠି ତାପରେ I think ହଁ ମାନେ ମୁଁ ସେଇଟା ବି କହୁନି ମାନେ ଓଡିଶାରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ମତେ ଲାଗୁଛି ଯେ at this moment the focus is only in the cities ମୁଁ ଜାଣି ହେଇଥାଇପାରେ ମୋ ମତରେ ଏତେ ନଲେଜ ନାହିଁ but how much it has gone into the different rural area that is more important because that is where the growth will happen because the rurals are uplifted automatically your urban is uplifted
କାହିଁକି ନା ଆପଣ ସିଟିରେ କଣ ଆପଣ ଫ୍ୟୁ ରିଚ୍ ପିପୁଲ ଫ୍ୟୁ સોસાଇଟି ବଟ୍ ରୁରାଲରେ ଆପଣ ବହୁତ ଲାର୍ଜ ଲେବୁଲରେ ଇମ୍ପାକ୍ଟ କ୍ରିଏଟ୍ କରିପାରିବେ
that is the big difference between whether we are doing a business monetary point of view or society point of view
it's good it's a good thought true
and that decision when the governments or the government authorities and things like that people have to really take that okay social uplift kariyata will not give you money but the social uplift will give generations of 20 ବର୍ଷ 25 ବର୍ଷ 50 ବର୍ଷ ପରେ that will give you the you know
ରାଇଟ୍ 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 ମାନେ ଏଇଟା ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ଏଇଟା ମାନେ ଯୋଉମାନେ ଲିଡର୍ସ ଆସୁଛନ୍ତି ତାଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ଥଟ୍ ଆସିବା ଦରକାର ଲିଡର୍ସ ହିଁ ସବୁବେଳେ ପାଇଁ ମୁଁ ସେଥିପାଇଁ କହୁଥିଲି ଓକେ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ସ ଲେଟ୍ ମି ରିଡାଇରେକ୍ଟ ଟୁ ଡିଫରେଣ୍ଟ ପଏଣ୍ଟ ଆମର ଯୋଉମାନେ ଏବେ କରେଣ୍ଟ ଲିଡର୍ସ ଅଛନ୍ତି ରାଇଟ୍ ଦେ ଆର୍ ଆଇ ଉଡ୍ ସେ ଜେନେରେସନାଲ ଲିଡର ମାନେ ତାଙ୍କର କିଏ ମାନେ ମାନେ ଏମିତି କେମିତି କହିବି କିଏ ବାପା ମା ପଲିଟିସିଆନ ଥିବେ ସେମାନେ ପଲିଟିସିଆନ ହେଇଛନ୍ତି ସେମାନେ ପଲିଟିକ୍ସ ସେମାନଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ଗୋଟେ ଧନ୍ଦା କାଇଣ୍ଡ ଅଫ୍ ଏଇଟା ମାନେ ଏଇଟା ଟିକେ ବୋଲ୍ଡ ଷ୍ଟେଟମେଣ୍ଟ ମୁଁ କହୁଛି ବଟ୍ ଇଟ୍ସ ସମହାଉ ଟ୍ରୁ କାହିଁକିନା ସେମାନଙ୍କ ପଲିଟିକ୍ସ ତାଙ୍କର ଏଟା ଧନ୍ଦା ଦେ ୱିଲ୍ ଅର୍ନ ଫ୍ରମ୍ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ରାଇଟ୍ ତାଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ଏଟା ବିଜନେସ୍ ତ ସେଟା ଗୋଟେ ସର୍ଭାଇଭ୍ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ପଡେ ବଟ୍ ପଲିଟିକ୍ସରେ ବହୁତ ଫ୍ୟୁ ଲୋକ ଅଛନ୍ତି ଯୋଉମାନେ ପଲିଟିକ୍ସ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଫର୍ ଚେଞ୍ଜ ସେମାନେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଆମେ ଏଟା କଲୁ ସେଟା କଲୁ ବଟ୍ ଦେ ଆର୍ ନଟ୍ ଡୁଇଂ ଇଟ୍
I mean, the perspective that I have, at least it's my opinion point of view in this topic is that who is going politics as a profession? Mata lage je ajiro date re bhi politics as a profession is the last option in the whole career.
Last option, but jo mane ebe politics re achon tako peta profession na.
Of course, that's what I'm saying. See, it's all linked. So, politics re jo mane achanti ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ହେଲ୍ପ ହଉଛି ସେମାନେ ଦେଖୁଛନ୍ତି ଯେ ପଲିଟିକ୍ସ ରେ ମତେ ନାମ ନେମ୍ ଫେମ୍ ଆଣ୍ଡ ମନି ୱିଲ୍ ଗିଭ୍ ପାୱାର ନେମ୍ ମନି ଫେମ୍ ମିଳିବ ତାହେଲେ ସେ ଦେଖୁଛନ୍ତି ସେଥିପାଇଁ ତାଙ୍କେ ଆଗରୁ ପଲିଟିକ୍ସ କୁ କ୍ୟାରିୟର ହିସାବରେ ଦେଖୁଛନ୍ତି ବଟ୍ କୋର୍ସ ଦେयर ଆର୍ ବିଗ୍ ଲିଡର୍ସ ଆର୍ ଦେयर ଆଇ ମିନ୍ ଆମ ପାଖରେ ଏବେ ଓଡ଼ିଶାରୁ କେତେଟା ସିଇଓ ଅଛନ୍ତି ସମ୍ ଅଫ୍ ଦେମ୍ could be also coming to some of them could be politics like you need leaders right of course not financial leaders but the leaders diversified leaders basically तो केते leaders और चाहूचନ୍ତି कि आसी कि माने करिया पई
कोन पई चाहूनांती व्हाट इज द रीजन
No, I think because India रे मते लागे जे politics as a profession is like you know it's different because politics रे गले माने तमरा निजरो view completely change तमरो thought process has to be changed you start thinking कि अरे मु केमती लोकों को मोहाटू टाणीबी केमती मो ये रे केम टाणीबी काम
माने आपण एथिक्स सब माने बर्बाद हे जिवो
हां एथिक्स सब बर्बाद हे जिवो ମାନେ ମୋର
ମାନେ ମାନେ ପॉलिटिकल इकोसिस्टम आपण माने मु समराइज कर दउजी माने पॉलिटिकल इकोसिस्टम ता हमर एमिति लैंडस्केप ता एमिति अछि इंडिया रे कि ओडिसा रे भी हो कि आपण जाई किना सिटी गोटे चेंजेस रो नारा देई किना यू कैन नॉट टेक वोट
नो
आपण मार्केटिंग करिया पे पड़ो आपण को से दलदल रे ताको भलिया किछि काम करिया जोथरे आपण वोट नेबे
एठी मु देखु जे छोट छोट पॉलिटिशियंस माने
हम्म।
देखु माने जो माने कि छोट छोट ग्राउंड लेवल रे जो छोट छोट अछन दे डू देयर ओन प्रोफेशन वेदर
Okay.
तो आईटी हो कि तो जो सुपरमार्केट रे काम करछन कि से करछन प्रोफेशन बट देन दे डू एज अ हॉबी एज अ
Politician.
politician
Okay, okay.
how many people are doing as a hobby as a politician in India?
Right. काना हॉबी कल आपण अधिक लांच नेबेनी काहे कि ना you have already taken care of your
हाँ
wealth and the
हाँ
minimum basic you are
correct
doing this to make change
change correct
right आ जदि आपण एटा को आज ए
as a
प्रोफेशन धरि
survival as a profession they measure कले तो ultimately your mindset is change
हां बिकॉज़ आपण विन न करिवे देन लाइक आपण ब्रेड बटर चलेला पळेला राइट
हाँ हाँ
ओके इट्स ट्रू तो आपणकर किछि इरादा अछि माने पॉलिटिक्स जॉइन करिया फ्यूचर रे
no I don't think so
ओके ओके
many people are ସେମିତି ମାନେ just to share my one of the things is that ମୁଁ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଟେକ୍ ମହିନ୍ଦ୍ରାରେ ଥିଲି
हां हां
in Netherlands you have this thing is that workers council you know that worker council
ने
so
लेबर यूनियन को आपण कहउछन माने
yes
ओके
but it's not a union
ओके
okay as per law
ओके
in Germany also it is there as per law Germany Netherlands and all European countries every company has to have a workers council
हम्म
okay and union is separate because where there is a union is like a workers union which is a set of IT all major all many companies and then that is the union
हम्म
but you no need to be a union member but worker council in every company has to be set up
ओके ओके
ତମ ପାଖରେ ଯଦି I think number ଅଛି 50 ରୁ ଅଧିକ employees ଅଛନ୍ତି
हम्म
in this country
Hmm.
then you need to have a worker council
ओके
then there are rules actually 200 ଲୋକ ଥିଲେ 5 ଜଣ 300 ଲୋକ ଥିଲେ 7 ଜଣ ମାନେ worker council member ଗୁଡା
Hmm.
so and worker council is our elected members from the within the company
Hmm.
and they ensure that the policies and changes in the organization in this particular organization happens which does not impact the workers
ओके
largely
ओके ओके ओके
okay so you know that kind
लाइक
of
मींस
it's
कॉर्पोरेट को माने माने पॉलिसी माने इन्फ्लुएंस करिवे
huh
ओके
okay so tomorrow they might if the company thinks that you know we will change this office and we'll go to let's say Eindhoven
हम्म
let's say that the office is there in Hague or
हम्म
Amsterdam but they will go to Eindhoven or they move to Germany or things
हम्म
like that but then that could impact the workers right
हम्म
so then they assess and this thing so worker council is such a place wherein like HR taking any actions or any this thing it has to go through the worker council process
हम्म
and worker council has to give a go ahead
ओके ओके
before the policy being rolled out
ओके
which
ओके
is actually impacting let's say you change the rule of holiday
हम्म
this thing like you know you want to say that okay now 25 to 20 or 20 to 25 କିଛି increase କରିବାର ଅଛି ବଢାଇବାର ଅଛି ଏ ସବୁ that is a worker council is there as a body which ensures that ମାନେ actually সেটা भी that is one of thing I mean this is not there in India okay this is one of thing which is protecting employees you
राइट
know
राइट
you know
राइट
so worker council is such a body which will ensure that the corporates are not doing things unethical and also not doing things on their own जो मनमानियारे
माने बॉसिज्म कल्चर नहीं
बॉसिज्म
बॉसिज्म
कल्चर
कल्चर है
नहीं
मोर
मनमानियारे करके
हाँ
जहाँ भी कर दो
आज मोर मन इच्छा आज मुझे माने
हाँ
माने माने बंद कर देबी कंपनी काली खोली देबी
हाँ सेम
सेमती
टाइम में
नहीं
कर पारी
you have to
yeah
maintain
true
some rules
rules and regulations. So in Tech Mahindra the worker council was set up first time
Hmm.
because the number of employees were there 200 and I actually stand I mean I was one of the candidate in the worker council
ओके माने
and
ताकोरी माने प्रेसिडेंट माने इन सब माने सिलेक्शन
नहीं
हुए
first election hela within the employees who will be so I was one of the candidate who मतलब ठिया ହେଇଥିଲି say that was my first election as
Okay.
election I ठिया ହେଇଥିଲି
ओके
and I got the maximum vote
ओके
from the people but I did not take the presidency I took a vice presidency in the worker council
ओके ओके
so I was a worker council vice president for almost 2.5 years in
Okay.
Tech Mahindra. So, but president, I gave it to a Dutch guy because he knows more rules, regulations, and things. Better to be a Dutch person. So with that, I know the Worker Council Act, because there is acts are there basically. So they, like, company has to share the confidential financial inputs and everything. They have to share with us into this, so that we can act it. We can suggest changes. If there is we go and connect with the employees and then try to find out, okay, what their employees are struggling with. So we take those inputs and then create a policy and then probably suggest the HR saying that this will help people. So, and it's a win-win situation. कभी बहुत
Yeah.
बहुत बहुत टाइम win-win situation हुए,
ମାନେ ଏମ୍ପ୍ଲୟର ଏମ୍ପ୍ଲୟ ଭିତରେ ରିଲେସନସିପ ବହୁତ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରଙ୍ଗ ରହିବ।
strong रहेगा।
କାହିଁକି ନା ମାନେ ଏଟା ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ଆದ್ರೆ ଗୋଟେ ଭଲ ପଏଣ୍ଟ କ'ଣ କି from employee side ସେମାନେ ଦେଖିବେ କି ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ ସଜେସନ ଦଉଛୁ ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି କମ୍ପାନୀ ସେଟା ରିସିଭ୍ କରୁଛି। ଇଟ୍ସ ଏ ଗୁଡ୍
Correct.
ଥିଙ୍ଗସ୍।
So it's a worker council is a must, and that is they are not reporting to HR.
Okay, okay. They are reporting to direct management?
No, they are independent body.
Okay.
So if a company is doing something wrong, worker council can put a case against the company.
Okay, okay, okay. Got it, got it. ତାମାନେ
And
worker council ଯୋଉମାନେ ଥିବେ president, vice president, they have the like heavy
you
influence.
cannot say influence. Like they are people who are actually connected to the employees and get the input and all. But they have because they have kept it independent bodies knowingly, because they will not be, they will working day to day job. Your manager and this thing, that is the
Okay.
also same basically. You are reporting to a person. That is.
But କିଛି rules ଭିତରେ ହେଲେ
But that body is not reporting to either management or HR.
Okay.
Okay, that body is independent of the company, and that body is work separately as a governing body with proper rules, regulations, and everything. And
ଯୋଉଟା କି directly ମାନେ government କୁ direct ମାନେ report କରିପାରିବେ something bad is happening there,
yes,
they can do that.
yes.
ମାନେ ଏଟା କହିପାରିବା କି ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ ସବୁଠି ତାର ଗୋଟେ କ୍ଲୋନ୍ ଛାଡିଛି, ମାନେ ଡେମୋକ୍ରେସି ଆମେ କହିପାରିବା କି ତମେ ସେମିତି ମନ ଇଚ୍ଛା କିଛି କରିପାରିବନି। It's a good law, କାହିଁକି ନା good law in the sense କି it's protect the rights of employee.
Protect the right, but it many people also take it wrong, negative, right? Because the corporates don't like that. Corporates don't like that. They need flexibility.
Right, true.
If they want to try something, and worker council say no,
they can do that.
They can do that. And then the innovation also stops.
Right, true.
That also happens.
Okay? Right.
I mean, the negative part of it is that.
Right, true.
So that also happens, but that is where you need, good worker council which understands their vision as well. So worker council is not only for employees; it is both.
Okay.
So for the employer as well as the employee.
So
it's a very balanced.
Then who can change the worker council?
It needs to be a voting system only.
Like every years or how?
That rule setup happens in the company itself.
Okay.
So that act gets this thing. So sometimes 2 years, some company do 3 years, some company do.
ତାମାନେ company ଚାହିଁଲେ ତ ତା ନିଜ ହିସାବରେ president
नहीं companies decide କରିବନି ଯେ 2 years 3 years, worker council decide କରିବ।
नहीं, but मोका तो worker council की example, let me give you one example. माने जगह माने politics play a role. Example suppose like I am the HR, so I want to control worker council, so that I would say कि ଯେତିକି ଆମ worker ଅଛନ୍ତି, right, ତାଙ୍କୁ ଯଦି ମୁଁ କୋଉଠି ନା କୋଉଠି influence କରି କହିବି କି ୟାକୁ president କରା,
ହୁଏ। Yes,
ସେଟା ତ ହୁଏ ନା।
Absolutely ହୁଏ।
ତ ତାହେଲେ ଜାଗାରେ ତ ସେ ଜାଗାରେ କୋଉଠି ନା କୋଉଠି ମାନେ କାହିଁକି ନା ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ତ ମାନେ ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଏଇ ଜାଗାରେ
ପ୍ରେସିଡେଣ୍ଟ ନାହିଁ ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ତ okay, there are two things. Okay, first, worker council, you need to be worker council member. So there, let's say in our organizations not 7ଟା seat ଅଛି, 7ଟା seat ରେ 7 ଜଣଙ୍କର worker council member ହବାକୁ ପଡିବ। member ହବା ପାଇଁ ତମକୁ voting within employees voting କରିବେ, ସେଠି influence କରିପାରିବେ ଯେ employees କୁ ଆକୁ ତମେ vote କର ବୋଲି।
right, true.
ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ କହିବେ ଯେ that is possible. But I know some organizations it happens. It happened as well.
Okay.
So
କାରଣ ଜଣକୁ ଯଦି control କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହିଁବ, ମାନେ it can be done.
It can be done, yes, officially. But that is what some companies do that.
Okay.
But if you look at Dutch companies, that doesn't happen. Okay. Because they also think that this
ମାନେ they think like ethically. Suppose ଏବେ ଜଣକୁ ଯଦି କହିବେ କି ତାକୁ କୁହ, ସେ କହିବେ କି I will not do that. They think ethically. କାରଣ ତାଙ୍କର ଏଟା nature ରେ ଅଛି।
କେତେଟା worker council in particular Dutch companies, they also take, they are on a decision on to कि केते percentage of तुम्हारा salary increase हो, not individually,
like the whole ମାନେ
organization
ecosystem
नहीं तो कि हाँ ए रोल ପାଇଁ ଏତିକି increment ହବାର ଅଛି, ଏ ରୋଲ ପାଇଁ ଏତିକି increment, that also influence worker council influence basically, so it's a huge
ओके ମାନେ ଏଇଟା ମାନେ ସିଷ୍ଟମଟା କିନ୍ତୁ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆରେ अवेलेबल ନାହିଁ ମାନେ
ନା,
ଇଣ୍ଡିଆନ କର୍ପୋରେଟର
ନା,
ୟୁଏସ୍ ରେ
ନା,
इट्स ओनली इन यूरोप
only in Europe, UK also नहीं,
ओके ओके
so Germany, France, Netherlands, the France worker council is very strong,
ओके
then Germany, then
Netherlands.
So German workers council is very
हाँ
strong.
ତାଙ୍କର ତ ଲେବର ଲ ବି ବହୁତ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରଙ୍ଗ ତାଙ୍କର
Exactly.
ମାନେ
That's why
ସେମିତି
they call labor law strong, because
Yeah.
this kind of laws that they bring into the worker council, union and things like that, no, that is
राइट ट्रू ओके एबे एबे आपनकर करेंट पोजीशन एबे आपन को कंपनी रे आपन अछंती
ମୁଁ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଅଛି ବିପ୍ରୋରେ,
विप्रो रे अछंती आपन कोन पोजीशन रे अछंती एबे
I am the program director,
Program
senior
director.
program director basically.
ओके तो एबे आपनकर पैकेज केते इफ आर कंफर्टेबल
I don't want to make it public.
ओके 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 इट्स फाइन बट आपन ଗୋଟେ एवरेज
But,
फिगर कहि परिबे लाइक
yeah, it's a good, I think in the range of 100 to 130k.
ओके
So,
तो एठिकार जण जदी मनकर आपन सीनियर पोजीशन अछंती बिले आपनकर एटा 100 टू 130 के रहउची बट जनरल जण जदी फ्रेशर जण जदी नेदरलैंड जॉब मार्केट को आसुची कारण आपन हायरिंग रे भी किछ ना किछ आपन देखुथिबे राइट यू नो राइट द सिस्टम्स जण जदी आईटी रे आसु तार केते पैकेज रो नेदरलैंड रे माने जण जदी इंडियन एठी आसुची
so that is, I think, is there at 60,000, somewhere in 60,000. I don't know
gross
exact
salary
number, 60,000 euros per year.
okay okay got it
So, but there are two things basically. That's not a like जो Indian city आसुचंदी, they are coming as a highly skilled migrant, right? High skill labor. तो high skill labor ପାଇଁ तो salary गोटे decide ही गछि. That doesn't mean that the minimum wage is for the Dutch here, Netherlands. Netherlands minimum wage is somewhere, I think, 30,000 or something like that.
ମାନେ ଜଣ ଯଦି ଏଠି ପଢିକି ଜॉब करूची ताल 30,000
That is 30,000 or something like that. But if you are bringing from India, then it should be 60,000.
because तांकर सेमान नॉट फ्रेशर दे आर द एक्सपीरियंस्ड पर्सन
हाँ,
माने हाईली
हाँ,
प्रोफेशनल्स एक्सपीरियंस प्रोफेशनल्स हम कहि परिबे ओके यदि हम ए जगह गोटे माने डिस्कशन हुए सबल पई जो माने इंडिया रे थांती से माने धरंतु जो माने हाईली स्किल्ड प्रोफेशनल राइट जो माने आसी जो माने को फॉरेन अपॉर्चुनिटी आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द वर्कर आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट द स्टूडेंट पर्सपेक्टिव देन वी विल कम टू द स्टूडेंट पर्सपेक्टिव से माने भाबंते कि मु फॉरेन गले मते इनकम करी इज इट ट्रू कारण कारण जणे जे इंडिया रो जहा को जॉब मिलु जे सी भी ऑलरेडी तो इंडिया हाईली पैकेज थिबो 1.5 माने पर मंथ कथा कहूची पर आनम ताकर तो थिबो लाइक 24 lakhs एमती नहले तो जनकर जहाँ 20 लाख ताको तो जॉब मिलबनी सेते की एक्सपेरियंस ही नथि आई थिंक
depends basically.
ओके
But केमती हेछि ना एठी जो salaries increase is very less percentages to it. So if I look at it 10 years back, एक जणे जे आसुची इंडिया जेति तको मिनिमम मिलुथला आ एबे आजिरो 10 years ପରେ जेति मिलुची, the difference is minimal, little more, because now the inflation has gone little higher, so that's why that maybe 2,000 to 5,000 extra. But India is, that's a big difference here. IT race specifically, you know, there's a big difference here.
right true
But if you look at it, India रे मध्य मु जहा जानुची IT companies रे मु देखुची जे इनिशियल जो 3 वर्ष की 5 वर्ष रो जो एक्सपीरियंस पिला मानको समान को एते पैसा दो, once you experience 5 years 6 years 7 years down the line, then you know you are in demand, and then you know pulling वगैरह होची जे 20 लाख 30 लाख 40 लाख
यदि इंडिया जण जदी पर आनम 20 lakhs पाउची तर एवरेज धरिया माने से 18 रो 24 धरिया जण पाउची 18 to 24 lakhs से माने फॉरेन इफ दे वांट टू कम फॉरेन दैट डेटा पर्सपेक्टिव जोटा हला वांट टू मेक मनी आउट हला क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ
करेक्ट
तो को पर्सपेक्टिव को देखि से माने आसिया कथा
आई थिंक फर्स्ट टाइम जे भी आसी एवरीबॉडी इज कमिंग इन इंटेंशन ऑफ मनी
मेक मनी तो माने एटा को पॉसिबल एटा हे परुजी
हां
कारण एठी तो माने एक्सपेंडिचर बहुत हाई सेविंग हे परुजी
नहीं होची काहे कि ना the reason is तो एठी yes expenditure तो होची, but if you look at it, even if you save 500 euros for example, that becomes itself 50,000 rupees.
तो इंडिया इट्स वेरी हार्ड बट इठी जदी आपण आउट एज अ कांसेप्ट आसुची suppose you are earning, suppose ଆପଣ କହିଲେ 60,000 gross salary, right? suppose on India ରୁ ଆସିଲା, right? 60,000 gross salary, ତାର 40% tax ପଳେଇଲା, ଧରନ୍ତୁ he will get 30 or 40,000 euro net per annum, ତାମାନେ ଆମର ଧରନ୍ତୁ month 3,000 euro ଜଣେ ଯଦି family ନେଇକି ରହିବ ନେଦରଲ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡରେ, but I feel like what is my experience or my like way at looking these things, କି ଜଣେ ରହିଲେ ତାକୁ ଯଦି ଜଣେ ଯଦି 2 BHK ନେଇ ରହିଲା ମାନେ ଟିକେ ଭଲ ଲାଇଫ ନେବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହିଁବ, then ତାକୁ କିଛି ସେଭ୍ ହିଁ ହବନି। ଜଣେ ଟିକେ ମିନିମାଲ ଲାଇଫ ନେଲା, ଦେନ୍ ଯଦି ପୁରା ଅର୍ଗାନାଇଜ କରିକିନା ମାନେ ଟିକେ ସେଠିରୁ ବାହାରେ ରହିଲା, ରାଇଟ୍? ଧରନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ ଏବେ ଯୋଉ ଘର ନେଇଛନ୍ତି, ଏବେ ଯୋଉ ଘରେ ଆମେ ବସି ପଡକାଷ୍ଟ କରୁଛେ, ଏ ଘର ରେଣ୍ଟ କେତେ ହବ? ମାନେ ମାନେ ଯଦି ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ କିଣିଛନ୍ତି ଆପଣ ନିଜ ଘର, ବଟ୍ ଯଦି ଆମେ ରେଣ୍ଟ ପର୍ସପେକ୍ଟିଭରେ ଦେଖିବା,
ହଁ ନାଇଁ ଏଠି ଆରାମସେ 1600 to 1700
ମାନେ ଇନକ୍ଲୁଡିଂ ଇଲେକ୍ଟ୍ରିସିଟି? नो
नो नो नो
ମାନେ ଇଲେକ୍ଟ୍ରିସିଟି ୱାଟର ଏକ୍ସଟ୍ରା
हाँ से ସବୁ ମିଶେଇଲେ ଆରାମସେ ହଁ 1800
ଆପଣଙ୍କ ରେଣ୍ଟ ପଳେଇଲା 1800, ରାଇଟ୍? ତାମାନେ ଆପଣ ଫାଷ୍ଟ କଣ କରିବେ? ଆପଣ ଫାଷ୍ଟ ୟୁ ହାଭ୍ ଟୁ ମିନିମାଇଜ ଦ ରେଣ୍ଟ। ମାନେ ଆପଣ ଏବେ ଯୋଉ ଘର, ଗୋଟେ ଲିଭିଂ ରୁମ୍, ଗୋଟେ ବେଡରୁମ୍, ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଆପଣଙ୍କର 2-3ଟା ଘର ଅଛି, ଆପଣ ଏଟା କରିବା ପାଇଁ ପଡିବ ଗୋଟେ ବେଡରୁମ୍, ଗୋଟେ ଲିଭିଂ ରୁମ୍, then maybe you will get it within 1000 1200.
that is correct. I think there's a one strong thing is there. I think it's also there in Germany, but Netherlands there is a what they call it as the two rules are there. The one is called 30% ruling.
Okay.
I think Germany is 9, sorry. 30% ruling says ଯେବେ ଆମେ ଆସିଥିଲୁ actually ଆମ ପାଇଁ ଆମେ ଯେବେ ଆସିଥିଲୁ ସେବେ ସେଟା 8 ବର୍ଷ ଥିଲା, but ଏବେ ସେଟା 5 ବର୍ଷ ହେଇଯାଇଛି, and there are further rules also changed basically, but expat ମାନେ highly skilled migrant ଆସୁଛନ୍ତି ଏଠି actually ସେମାନଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ 30% ruling ଯଦି company apply କରୁଛି, apply କରିପାରିବ, ତାହେଲେ ସେଟା ଲାଗୁ ହବ, ଯୋଉଟାରେ କ'ଣ ହୁଏ କି first 30% of your salary is non tax.
Okay. ମାନେ ଯଦି ଆପଣ ପାଉଛନ୍ତି 60,000, ତାମାନେ ଆପଣ 20,000 taxable,
non taxable,
then 40,000 will be
40,000 ର tax ପଡିବ, whatever the tax tax slab ଅନୁସାରେ। ତମର ମାନେ taxable income itself gone down 20-30%.
ଓକେ, ତାହେଲେ ଆମେ ଏଟା କହିପାର ସମରୀରେ, କାରଣ କୋଉଠି ନା କୋଉଠି କନସେପ୍ଟରେ ୟୁରୋପରେ ଅଛି, କାରଣ ମୁଁ ବହୁତ ସାରା ଭିଡିଓ ବନାଏ, କିଛି ଲୋକ କହନ୍ତି କି ଡୋଣ୍ଟ କମ୍ ଟୁ ୟୁରୋପ ଇଫ୍ ୟୁ ୱାଣ୍ଟ ଟୁ ଅର୍ନ ମନି, ତାମାନେ ଇଟ୍ସ ରଙ୍ଗ। ମାନେ ୟୁରୋପରେ ଆପଣ ବି ପଇସା କମେଇ ପାରିବେ, ଇଟ୍ସ ପସିବଲ, ୟୁ କ୍ୟାନ୍ ମେକ୍
yes of course possible. What is the other thing? What you are getting is the ease of life. Okay. You know, because that's gives more this thing about it.
ମାନେ କେକ୍ ଉପରେ ଚେରି ଟାଇପ,
କେକ୍ ଉପରେ ଚେରିଟା ସେଟା ରହେ। The only thing that you miss is the Indian community or parents and this thing. That is the biggest miss that you have.
नहीं ମାନେ ମୁଁ କହୁଛି ଏଟା ମାନେ ଧର just imagine, ମାନେ ଏଟା this question is for the youngsters, right? जो ମାନେ recently graduate ହେଲେ, ମାନେ graduate ହେଇ 4 ବର୍ଷ 5 ବର୍ଷ experience କଲେ, they want to make money, ତାଙ୍କୁ ଲାଗୁଛି କି ମତେ କୋଉଠି ନା କୋଉଠି ଇଣ୍ଡିଆରେ ଟିକେ competition ହାଇ ରହୁଛି, ମତେ ବାହାର ଯିବାର ଅଛି, ମାନେ they are between the age of 25-30, ସେମାନେ ଚାହୁଁଛନ୍ତି 10-15 years ମୁଁ ବାହାର ରୁହେ, କିଛି ଗୋଟେ କରେ, then I will come back or something else, ତାହେଲେ ତାଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ୟୁରୋପ କନସିଡର କରିବା ଦରକାର ନା only USA?
Actually I think ନାଇଁ Europe obviously, why not Europe also. US is what I heard is that US ରେ ଆହୁରି ଅଧିକ କମାଇ ପାରିବାର capabilities ଅଛି,
okay
compared to Europe,
but US ରେ ସିକ୍ୟୁରିଟି ନାହିଁ, ସେଟଲମେଣ୍ଟ ହବାର ଅପସନ ବହୁତ କମ,
ସେଠି ତମର ପେନ୍ସନ ସିଷ୍ଟମ ବି ଅଲଗା, ତମର ମେଡିକାଲ ଇନ୍ସୁରାନ୍ସ ବି ଅଲଗା,
right.
So all those things are different there, but like ଏଠି it's a compulsory to take medical insurance, it's a compulsory health point of view so much. But I think see, I think there's a big, what I see a big shift and changes that is happening is आज young generation ମୁଁ ଦେଖୁଛି ମୋର cousins ମାନେ ମୋର ମାନେ next generation ଆମ ଘରେ ବି ଆସୁଛନ୍ତି, I think many people think that there is a lot of opportunity in India.
Okay.
Because ସେମିତି ଦେଖିବ ବୋଲେ opportunities India ରେ ବହୁତ ଅଛି।
Okay.
Because it's a developing nation, ବହୁତ କିଛି new things that comes up, ତ ସେଠି opportunities ଅଛି ବହୁତ। ଏଠି it's already developed, only they are maintaining it.
ବୁଝିଲି।
Innovations still ଏଠି ବହୁତ ହଉଛି, but compared to India ରେ innovation can happen more.
Right.
Now like you look at the startup companies, like କେତେ startup company ଆସିଗଲାଣି India ରେ, but whether the startup companies are protected, I would say it's much protected than there. you know.
ବୁଝିଗଲା
I mean, here they protect you. Some places they say that okay, 5 years, do your R&D.
ଓକେ ଓକେ ତାଙ୍କ ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ ର ସପୋର୍ଟ ସିଷ୍ଟମ ଅଛି
Support system ଅଛି ସେଠି ନାହିଁ ବୋଧେ. So it's all depends. There are people, I have seen many people who have ideas, who leave Europe and US and then they go back to India to set up things. There's a lot of people have done. If you have ideas, you want to set up your own business, you want to do something differently, then it is yes advisable to go back to India and do it. But if you want to do service oriented work, wherein you just do want to work for a company and do the service point of view, it's better here than in India.
Okay.
You don't need to go back.
Okay.
That's a big difference, because as a service, you are working for a company, you are working for something. Better you stay here, it's more safer. But if you have idea, if you have, that's my perspective. If you have idea, you want to implement it, an idea, you want to do something, either you with some friends or with some community or things like that, then I would say maybe that's a better opportunity, because there is a big market is there.
Okay, got it. But like for a business startup founder perspective, India is a big market. For the job perspective, here you can like the security and everything, it's good. ଏବେ ଆପଣ କୁହନ୍ତୁ ଓସ୍କାନ ବିଷୟରେ ଆମେ ଜାଣିବାକୁ ଚାହିଁବା, କାହିଁକି ନା ଓସ୍କାନ ଗୋଟେ ହାଇଟ୍ କରିଦେଉଛି। ଓସ୍କାନ ହେଲା ଆମର ଓଡ଼ିଆ ରେଜିଷ୍ଟର୍ଡ ଅର୍ଗାନାଇଜେସନ, ନନ୍ ପ୍ରଫିଟ୍ ଅର୍ଗାନାଇଜେସନ, ଯୋଉଟା କି ନେଦରଲ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡର ଡେନହାଗରେ ହିଁ ମାନେ ବେସିକାଲି ମାନେ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ସୋସାଇଟିକୁ ନେଇକି ଏଟା କରାଯାଇଛି। ତ ଓସ୍କାନ ଫାଉଣ୍ଡ 2017 ହେଇଥିଲା, ରାଇଟ୍? ତ ତାର ଫାଉଣ୍ଡିଂ ମେମ୍ବର କୋଉମାନେ?
I think OSCAN mainly actually start ହେଇଥିଲା ଆମଷ୍ଟେଲଭିନ୍ ରେ। ବେସିକାଲି ଆମଷ୍ଟେଲଭିନ୍ ରେ ବହୁତ ଗୁଡିଏ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ଥିଲେ, ସେମାନେ ମିଶୁଥିଲେ, ଗେଦର ହଉଥିଲେ। ଦୀପକ ଭାଇ, then ଶାଶ୍ୱତ, there are few other people, they were used to gather, family gathering वगैरह କରୁଥିଲେ। ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ଟାଇମ୍ ସେମାନେ I think ସେମାନେ ଉତ୍କଳ ଦିବସ ଟା ସେଲିବ୍ରେଟ୍ କଲେ। ତ ସେତେବେଳେ ସେମାନଙ୍କର ସେଇଟା ଆଇଡିଆ ଆସିଲା କି ଲେଟ୍ସ ଡୁ ଓସ୍କାନ ପଏଣ୍ଟ ଅଫ ଭ୍ୟୁ। ସମହାଉ ମୁଁ କନେକ୍ଟେଡ୍ ଥିଲି one or two people from here, ମୁଁ ମଧ୍ୟ ଜଣଙ୍କ ସହିତ କନେକ୍ଟେଡ୍ ଥିଲି ସେତେବେଳେ। ତ ସେମାନେ ଫର୍ଷ୍ଟରେ ଓସ୍କାନ କ୍ରିଏଟ୍ କରିଥିଲେ। ସେମାନେ ଭାବିଲେ ଯେ ଶାଶ୍ୱତ ପିପୁଲ ଭାବିଲେ ଲେଟ୍ସ କ୍ରିଏଟ୍ ଏନ୍ ଓସ୍କାନ ଏଜ୍ ଏ ଗ୍ରୁପ। ଫର୍ଷ୍ଟ ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି କାର୍ତ୍ତିକ ପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣିମା ଗୋଟେ ଥିଲା, ଯୋଉଟା କି ଆମେ go out of Amstelveen and then let's try to call many people from many other people, let's do the Kartika Purnima in one of the place in Amstelveen. ତ ସେଇ ଟାଇମରେ ଆମେ ସବୁ ଯାଇଥିଲୁ, ସେଠି କରିଥିଲୁ। ତାର ସେଠୁ ଓସ୍କାନ ଫାଉଣ୍ଡର ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ ହେଇଥିଲା। I think founder member mainly, I think Sashwat, Deepak, and then those people were the founder members. I was there. I was also, was as a member, but not active. But then once they formed it, I became little active there, and then I was there. So ଆମେ 2017 ରୁ ଓସ୍କାନଟାକୁ ଫର୍ମ କରିଥିଲୁ।
ଓକେ, ତ ମାନେ ଯୋଉ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ପାଇଁ ଓଡ଼ିଶା ଆଜ ଏ କମ୍ୟୁନିଟି ନେଦରଲ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡରେ ଏତେ ହେଲ୍ପଫୁଲ, ମାନେ ରିଏଲିଟି ଆଇ ଏମ୍ ନଟ୍ ଟକିଂ ଅବାଉଟ୍ ଇନ୍ ଦ ଲାଇକ୍ କ୍ୟାମେରା ଫ୍ରେମ୍, ମିଡିଆ ଫ୍ରେମ୍, ଲାଇକ୍ କୋର୍ଟ, ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ଓଡ଼ିଆ କମ୍ୟୁନିଟି ଭିତରେ ବଣ୍ଡିଂ ଅଛି ନା ଇଟ୍ସ ଜଷ୍ଟ ଖାଲି ଓନ୍ଲି ଫର ଦ ମିଡିଆକୁ ଦେଖିବା, ମାନେ ଶୋ ପାଇଁ ଇଭେଣ୍ଟ ଟିକେ ହେଲା ଦେଖ, ବଟ୍ ଆର୍ ଦେ ରିଏଲି ହେଲ୍ପଫୁଲ?
I think I would say yes and no. Yes, location specific. लोकेशन स्पेसिफिक रे कनेक्ट हैला। तो लोकेशन स्पेसिफिक रे जति कि लोक जानले, जो ग्रुप जानले, से माने मिसले, से माने एक जन को जो हेल्प करिवार ये जति को हुए। बट एज अ लार्जर देयर आर ओनली इवेंट्स व्हिच क्रिएट्स बेसिकली कम्युनिटी टुगेदर, लाइक रथयात्रा कले हमें, देन वेरियस अदर सेशंस जो माने कार्तिक पूर्णिमा कले, उत्कल दिवस कले, सब मिसुचे आउथरे पळोचे एंड बोधे कनेक्ट अगेन, एमती नहीं जे मंथली गोथर कनेक्ट हला किसी टाइप रो कम हुए। ओस्कान मेंबर हमें, आई एम नाउ इन अ टीम ओस्कान कोर मेंबर, सो देन आई एम टीम ओस्कान कोर मेंबर से तो कनेक्ट हुए, बेसिकली हमें
लाइक टू प्लान द इवेंट एंड
रेगुलर हमर मीटिंग हुए, ये हुए वरा हुए। हमें मिसुचु, हमें जन जन घर को जाऊ, माने दिमास तळे हम घर को समस्त आस्तिले टीम ओस्कान रो, तो हम घर मीटिंग हितिला। सेमती आउ जन घर जाइथिलु, शाश्वत भाई घर गोरतने हेतिला, माने सेमती टाइप रे माने फिजिकली गोटे मीट करियो चाहूछु। बट व्हेन यू से कम एज अ सोसाइटी आई वुड से ए लॉट टू डू। हमें एते मो मतरे हेइनी, आमे एबे पर्यंत से इवेंट रे ही अच्छु देयर आर फ्यू थिंग्स हैज हैपेंड फॉर एग्जांपल वी गॉट कंबाइंड ईच अदर इन ड्यूरिंग कोविड टाइम तो कोविड टाइम रे जतबे समस्त थिलु आमे बहुत गुडे ऑनलाइन मीटिंग्स करथिलु ओस्कान तरफ स्टूडेंट्स मनन पई पिला मनन पई हाउ टू टीच मैथ्स चेस ए जाको शिक्षा पई ए जा करते टाइप रो ऑनलाइन रे इवेंट बहुत हितिला but after that again it got a bit slowed down but apart from that sociality point of view I think हमें covid time रे out भी हितला कि together हमें community ये करी कि मैंने चीफ मिनिस्टर को फंड को डोनेशन करबा कि कुछ सेपटे ये करबा ना वॉलंटरी ये पई करबा पे से टाइप रे देइथिला
ओके
but whether it's helping as a society you know connecting creating society yeah or like yeah, do we feel out of home kind of jo mane say type ro it only happens during the event on a day to day life
but it like
day to day life only happens is that within the city people because that's obvious because you
because you can travel far right kainga samastonko eti routine ologa
correct
samastonko work life ologa
exactly
right so like it is not possible but ta bhitere actually more कहबा in the sense ki as a community तो हम community गुटे create करू तब आमर ता भीतर expectations भी build up हुए right expectation in the sense कि जण जण ओडिया आसु जे जण आपण ना मोर किछि प्रॉब्लम हैला मो ओडिया community ट अछि they will stand for me तो एटा अछि ए confident
एटा अछि yes because ame gote kyo gale we had there was an incident happened actually amar odia bhai jonakar parents asthile and I think taka mora be mana pone bappa ki maa ki one of the parent he died here
okay
yeah
okay
while the visit time
okay
he was in visit 3
okay okay got it
right so that time we had connected ourselves and you know took help from embassy to ensure the little bit give them the direction I mean we didn't help any physically or this thing but give them the direction how things can go smoothly you know things can happen smoothly so that's where we did it and we were able to achieve or he I mean,
because that is the main point
yeah exactly apart from that I think we create that has triggered us we created something called emergency group
okay
so we said that okay let's create like every city has one person representative so that if anybody faces anything in within the OSCAN group anything that then the city representative can call and then he can connect with other people to see what can be done and things like that
okay
but that worked for some day but we have not marketed much to that emergency center team it's there the group is there I think
but it's not actively
I mean if something comes then it's active but nothing comes then it's like
sleep
sleep
okay,
so
okay
but actually we should market it so that people can use it but I think OSCAN ro jo WhatsApp group achi I think that is very useful सेठिरे समस्ते ताकर रिक्वायरमेंट की कुछ दरकार ला कि हेल्प हला बेले से माने से पकोचंती एंड एच अदर को बहुत हेल्प होची माने बे कार गोटे डॉक्यूमेंट छरु आनियर अछि कि जदी आछि जे हां मो आछि दे दे आन दे मु नै जी कि तार बापा माँ आछुचंदी कि बापा माँ जाउचंदी एकला जाउचंदी अरे मु भी से दिन जाउची माने
like the communication is there
so platform is there communication is there happening and then each other तापरे बहुत गुडे माने एबे जैसे कि आजिकली माने बहुत लोक आछुचंदी ओके ये 30% रूलिंग अरे 30% रूलिंग की मो पय अप्लाई करि परि होगी किए जानची टैक्स फाइलिंग किए कर दबो मोर टैक्स फाइलिंग की कंसल्टेंट जानचो कि तमे so different knowledge or different district जो अन्य माने जो माने अछंदी माने ट्राई करचंदी हेल्प करिया पे कि to connect each other basically it is happening a lot in our OSCAN WhatsApp group so that's a kind of help also right as a social
true
so it's a connecting people there
so एटा मु ए क्वेश्चन हाइलाइट करबा रीजन यातला काहे कि ना कम्युनिटी समत गोटे एक्सपेक्टेशंस रुए जण जण तो न्यू आसुची काहे ताकू गोटे आपण जो डिसीजन कहिला ना आपण तो डिसाइड करथलो whether I will stay here or I will go back to India this is also a parameter कि my community how strong right काहे कि ना जदि आपण डिसाइड कर स्टे होबा पई जदि आपण कम्युनिटी स्ट्रांग नाही ताले आपण कोन कि लाइक आपण एडवांस अछंती यू आर इंडिपेंडेंट बट समहाउ यू फील समटाइम जदि किछि क्राइसिस आपण फील कि କାରଣ ଗୁଜୁରାତି ଯେତେବେଳେ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆ ଡାୟାସ୍ପୋରା ଆପଣ ଦେଖୁଛନ୍ତି ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ କାହା ସଡନ୍ କଲ୍ କଲା ବେଳକୁ ଆପଣ ମାନେ ଅବଭିୟସଲି ଆପଣ ଭଲ ନେଟୱାର୍କ ହେଇଗଲାଣି ବଟ୍ ସମୟ ଆପଣ ଫିଲ୍ କି ଆଚ୍ଛା ଯଦି ମନେକର ଆମର କମ୍ୟୁନିଟି ଷ୍ଟ୍ରଙ୍ଗ ଥାନ୍ତା ଆଟଲିଷ୍ଟ ମୋ ପିଲା ଓଡ଼ିଆ ଭାଷା ଜାଗା ସହିତ କଥା ହେଇଥାନ୍ତା କି ଆମ କଲଚରଟା ମାନେ କନେକ୍ଟେଡ୍ ଯୋଉ ଇମୋସନଟା କନେକ୍ଟେଡ୍ କି ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ୍ କିଛି ହେଲା ମୁଁ ଫୋନ୍ କରିଦେବି ଆରେ ମାନେ ଧର ଆପଣ ଆରେ ଶାଶୁ ଟିକେ ଆସିଲୁ ଘରକୁ ଟିକେ ଆସିଲୁ ଗୋଟେ କାମ ଅଛି ସେଟା ଆପଣ ଅଲଗା ସାଙ୍ଗ ସହିତ କରି ବି ପାରିବେ ବଟ୍ ଏଠି ଆଉ ଟିକେ ବେଟର ୱେରେ ହେଇପାରିବ ଲାଇକ୍ ମୁଁ ଠିକ କହୁଛି ନା
ନାଇଁ ନାଇଁ absolutely and ଏଟା ହେଇଛି ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ବି ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ ଦେବି ମୁଁ ମାନେ ମୁଁ କହୁଛି ଯେ ଏଠି କମ୍ୟୁନିଟିରେ ଅଛି ବଟ୍ it only works when it comes as a example but I can imagine I can see that what the way you are saying is that people need to also feel that there is a community available for you anytime if I need any help anything like that that will create their own decision making okay no ମୁଁ ବାହାରୁ ଆସିକି ମଧ୍ୟ ମୋ ପାଇଁ ମୁଁ safe ଅଛି ମୋ ପାଖରେ
ଲୋକ ଅଛନ୍ତି so that I can stay there I can plan
so I think I'll say we have something but I will not say that we have achieved really great to that we have to do a lot of things to do that
do you think any like other Indian community has achieved that
I would say yes
like
especially Gujarati community closed
okay
community otherwise Marathi community is also very good
ओके एटा मु कहू जे माने एटा आई थिंक OSCAN जो मेंबर तो तांको पे एटा गोटा चैलेंज आसी ओके मोटा कहया रीजन कोन लेट मी गिव वन कॉन्टेक्स्ट ओके सो दैट viewers can also understand धरो community is not for only celebration right कान community तो खाली गोटा celebration part है जाय लोक मान ताकू आज खाली कल्चरल देखंती they don't think it emotionally दे देखियो अच्छा ठीक है जीवा टाइम पास कर दे आसी बोल लागुन बट जेतो कम्युनिटी गोटे नीड माने बन जेतो गोटे कम्युनिटी नीड रे फुलफिल को एटा कम्युनिटी गोटे इमोशन पॉइंट जदी एग्जांपल सपोज जण एटी स्टूडेंट अछि एग्जांपल ओके सी एबे धर डिसाइड करि पारुनी कि कोन करिवो कोन नै तार माने मास्टर सरी गला कि पोस्ट स्टडी भी सरी गला धर सेटा ड्रॉप करूची मेसेज करूची कि एक्चुअली माने मु मेंटली भी डिप्रेस हो आई डोंट नो आई हैव दिस काइंड ऑफ प्रॉब्लम बट से मेसेज करिया पूर्वरु ताको फील हवा दरकार तू मेसेज करबे एक्चुअली कोन समवन विल रेस्पोंड जद सेटा केतोला आसीबो जदी से कम्युनिटी तरफ से मेसेज आउथिबो डोंट वरी वी आर देयर मे बी वी कैन नॉट हेल्प यू व्हाट यू आर एक्सपेक्टिंग बट वी विल ट्राई टू मेंटर यू so that you can find your way you can solve this problem जदि ए टाइप रो community founding या community management तरफ एबडा मेसेज आसीबो सामना वाला भी सेटा एक्सपेक्ट करिवो it will be like both side so
I think I will say that we are not there really
but you are planning to be there or
of
not
course that's exactly where our next steps are we actually discuss these points
okay
in our team core meeting कि हमको हम community रो किन बढ़ेगा not events
right true
so that's exactly is the point our next this year's goal because till 2024 we have been doing only events so that is why we put couple of goals in 2025 I don't know I think better Saswat to give that but actually I can also tell a little bit is that we thought that this year our this thing is to diversify a little bit from out of the event one is that to do some voluntary work together in Europe so we have done a lot of things but we do little bit volunteering work in the Europe second is create a youth OSCAN community because youth which is more of 14-year plus youth basically into that how youth can be attached to the cultural and community because otherwise they will go away so that is another second thing that we are targeting point of view the third thing which you told also that is already there is that how because we already see a lot of last couple of 2 years a lot of young generation is coming Odia young generations are coming and how we can connect with them because right now they are only connected at this moment in terms of कि मते घर दरकार ते घर की दरकार कि मते टैक्स स्टफ केमती फाइल करी से टाइप रो but we from a OSCAN community perspective we have not really came up any strategic way कि these fields these are the contact points you connect or something like
that right
I mean I'm just giving an idea
right kind of organizational point of view
organizational point of view somebody posting a message then somebody knows then he gives it actually,
right
view, but it is not it is just a platform given to open platform.
like it's kind of working independently, but there is no suppose ebe jemti apna gote mane maintain kar dele ki this is the mail id, if you have any inquiry you can write it down, someone will reply. It's not like that,
but we have planned something like that this year. We have planned actually ki how do we, people who are coming newly basically into the, especially in the students and this thing, how they can settle, what is what are needed and things like that. We're thinking of some sessions to create and all.
okay like what are the
bureaucracies, how do you you know, how initial days you can feel no stress basically, you know.
okay
You need to understand, you need to know these things and all, but trying to create that, but we are not there yet.
okay. And one more thing, right now suppose you are in IT and many of the member in OSCAN they are from IT, right?
Nowadays it's a quite a good diversity, but yeah, you can say it
Yeah,
started
majority
with
is
the,
IT.
majority started from IT, yes.
Okay, जदि हमर एबे देखि ओडिया स्टूडेंट थिबे सपोज नेदरलैंड रे, ओके दे आर आईटी हो किसी हो से माने हम कम्युनिटी पे रीच करि परिबे फॉर रिकमेंडेशन माने टू गेट अ कैरियर हेल्प लाइक एटा पॉसिबल, इज इट पॉसिबल?
Yes, it is possible.
Okay.
Or not only that, I think OSCAN has also tied up with some consulting firms. So if they post something, then we get in touch with the consulting firm and attach them basically into that. So that job consulting firm actually takes, I mean, you know, discuss with them and things like that. So there's a consulting firm who are also one of the, you know, kind of small sponsor for OSCAN basically. So they are already connected.
तमन जणे यदि एबे जॉब खोजु जाको जॉब मिलुनी ताले से माने सेटा माने एटा हला जॉब कंसल्टिंग फर्म माने जो माने कि आपन को अलगा कंपनी नेकना जॉब दे पारि. इट्स लाइक डाइवर्सिफाइड, नॉट ओनली आईटी, लाइक एवरी डोमेन.
No, I think it was IT only.
Okay.
But that's yeah.
That means that can be done.
Yes, it can. Why not?
And one more thing also, meanwhile जदि काहे ना मु देखि यूरोप रे कोन रिकमेंडेशन वर्क करे माने जर्मन, आई डोंट नो अबाउट नेदरलैंड. जर्मन रे कोन हुए कि जदि आपन कंपनी काम करतो जदि आप रिकमेंड समबडी there is priority. They will take the interview little bit serious. तो से जगह रे कोन कि काना अलगा कम्युनिटी सब जिंस हुए धरो जो माने साउथ इंडियन थांती से माने कोन कर कंपनी वैकेंसी हला तो से माने ऊपर पके देयर इज ओपनिंग यू कैन अप्लाई, सो आई विल रिकमेंड. तो एमती किछि भी
No, I don't think so that is there at this moment, but I think tiki अच्छी कहीं नहीं will नहीं. I think if it is connected, see it's not open in the open. I would say fair. To be fair, I think it's not that you know, close that is there that yes, okay, you know.
काहे ना एटा हम कम पे कहू जे काना कम्युनिटी केमिति ग्रो करे. इफ द पीपल विल ग्रो राइट माने यदि लोक ग्रो करे ऑटोमेटिकली ताकर टाइम हो सोसाइटी के दवा पे. If they will get something, then they will try to give back. जदि जणे जदि सब जदि जणे ता ब्रेड बटर पे स्ट्रगल करूची आपण you have already living a successful life, you have your own house, right? You have lived already 11 years, you have kid, you have taken care your basic thing. आपण हेते पे आपण माइंड रे रखसी what we can do for society. Correct. तो सेम जिंस जणे जदि रिसीव कला जीवन जणे यंग जे आसुची एबे आज स्टूडेंट पे स्पेसिफिकली कोइ जणे आसु जार एबे जे एबे जॉब क्राइसिस रे अछि सीधे हम ओडिया कम्युनिटी पाखरे पहुंचुची. Maybe it can not be solved, but at least if Odia community will try, okay, ओटा काम करिबा तो हमें कि ताकू डे कोड जॉब दे दबा.
Directions, giving
डायरेक्शन और रिकमेंडेशन एनीथिंग कि ए जगह अप्लाई कर कि ए जगह अप्लाई कर कि जो जगह रे कि सी जॉब पाई बसी वेगन देखिबो कि सी आउट को ओडिया भाई कि साजो करिया पे इट कैन बी अ चेन,
क्रिएट अ चेन.
किंतु जने इंक्वायरी केतोळ पकेबो ताकू फील होबा दरकार कि नाही
मु पाई
किछिटा पाइबि नले आको फील हो ना मु पकेले काले लोक मते टर्न मारिबे लोक के किछ कहबेनी. कारण मु जंती आपण पाखरे आसी मु आजि आसी किना धरो एग्जांपल आछि आपण पाखरे काली रहिली राइट. आई नेवर फेल्ड दिस थिंग बिफोर. व्हाई आई एम सेइंग काहे कि ना मु दीपक भाई के पचारली तापर कते पे मते कनेक्ट करले गायन आपण मो जानि नांती राइट. आपण मते आज कम्युनिटी बिल मते रखिले राइट. करेक्ट माने करेक्ट तो दिस इज द बेनिफिट ऑफ ए कम्युनिटी राइट. तो काहे कि ना मु आगुर मो परसेप्शन थला कि ना सेमती हुए नि फॉरेन रे माने जण मु माने जाउ जण कहबी कि ओडिया रे कोड मते होस्ट करिवो से जनरली लाइक हां it never happens.
It's not a Dutch culture or Netherlands culture, European culture at all.
Right जण घर जाय कि मुडे कोन माने मु जानि नि से मो चिन्हि ना हठात माने हाउ दे विल लाइक मु कोन भी हिते पारे राइट. तो एटा का कल्चर नै हम इंडिया भी सेमती हुए न जति गोटे पुराना कनेक्शन अछि then it's fine, but other some accept करंतिनी. Why they will take a stranger, right? There is not benefit. आपण कम पे मते माने कोनटा भाबी कि आपण कहले हां से हम घर रहि परिबो.
To be fair, I just asked Deepak bhai, do you know him?
Hmm.
He said yes, I know. Okay, that's fine. Odia bhai ko sahaଯ୍ୟ କରିବ ନା ଆଉ କାହାକୁ କରିବ?
Okay.
That's it. So,
Okay. So that is the thought. Like I wanted to
yeah.
bring it to the I wanted to highlight. So that is the thought needs to be there.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
that we feel.
I can now connect what you said actually. You know, that is the thought has to be created in the community as well.
Yes.
I mean, the point
So
of
that
it is
someone can at least think
yeah,
ହଁ ମୁଁ
think
ଏଟା ପଚାରି ପାରିବି ଯେମିତି ମୁଁ ଦୀପକ
ହଁ,
ଭାଇଙ୍କୁ ପଚାରିଲି
ହଁ,
ମୁଁ କହିଲି ମୁଁ ଯାଉଛି ଦିଟା ଜିନିଷ if some Odia can host me it's fine or otherwise you can recommend me some good hotel I can stay there but
yeah.
after that they said ନାଇଁ ପାତ୍ର ବାବୁଙ୍କ ସହିତ କଥା ହେଇଛି ପାତ୍ର ବାବୁ ହয়তো ତୁମ କନେକ୍ଟ ହୁଅ ତାର ମତେ ବି ଟିକେ ଇଏ ଲାଗିଲା ମୁଁ କହିଲି ମୁଁ ପଚାରିବି କାଳେ ଖରାପ ଭାବିବେ କଣ ଭାବିବେ ଓକେ ଲେଟ୍ସ give a try ତ ଆପଣ ମତେ ଆପଣଙ୍କ କଲ୍ ରେ ମତେ କମ୍ଫର୍ଟେବଲ କରେଇଦେଲେ ସୋ that is your charisma right ଯଦି ସାମ୍ନା ବାଲା ମତେ କମ୍ଫର୍ଟେବଲ ନ କରେଇବ ଆପଣ ଯୋଉଟା ମତେ କାଲି ବି ରାତିରେ ବି କହିଲେ be comfortable କାହିଁକିନା ମତେ ଟିକେ ଫିଲ୍ ହଉଥିଲା କାହିଁକି ନା ମାନେ ହଠାତ୍ ମୁଁ ଯାଉଛି I never what I'm trying to explain you are getting it right
yeah fully understood yeah ଘରୁ ଗୋଟେ ଯାଉଛ ରହୁଛ ମାନେ you have to I mean you feel odd right
right like you have to maintain some etiquette କାହିଁକି ନା କଣ ମାନେ କାହିଁକିନା both are observing right so you have to feel something but now I be comfortable with ଆପଣ ମାନେ ସେତିକି family comfortable ମତେ କରେଇଲେ ସେଥିପାଇଁ comfortable ହେଇଗଲି so it's a good thing so I would suggest ki jodi
no I think that's a good message actually to speak because I think this is the takeaway I will take it because we do it in individually but how do we bring that to community that's the point I think
yes then our community can grow
actually yeah
then if our community will grow then whoever living in their India like Odia they will grow
correct.
So then our society will grow then our state will grow
ନାଇଁ ସେମିତି ହଉଛି actually speaking one of the example I remember କି ମାନେ ଗୋଟେ ପିଲାଟେ ଏଠି job ଖୋଜୁଥିଲା you know but he was experienced ମୁଁ just Tech Mahindra ଛାଡି ଦେଇଥିଲି and then he was almost getting a Tech Mahindra interview वगैरह ସେ ମତେ ପଚାରୁଥିଲା କି କେମିତି ହୁଏ କଣ ହୁଏ can you explain you know, what is the kind of range I should look for or what is the kind of things that I can negotiate and what should I ask in the interview for myself not the monetary not the other things basically you know any things that I need to explicitly tell beforehand so I had given him all the guidance you know given that is exactly I'm kahin koili taku but only because it's just Odia
right yeah
ओडिया हिसाब से मते कनेक्ट करथिले
हां राइट
से ओडिया जगु पहिले मु ताको से सब एक्सप्लेन करली कि भाई मु एमिति किछि इन्फॉर्मेशन दे दिनी जे तू एटा कह बोली बट मु को ताको खाली गाइड करली जे तोर एमिति तू करे ए फैक्टर रे तू एंश्योर कि तू कॉन्ट्रैक्ट रे एटा लिखा हबो ए केतरा जिंसो माने तू पचारे
to make the decision right
to make the decision right that helped him
yeah कहीं ना small things भी माने बहुत changes create करे तो सेठी सेते confident रहया दरकार so that it can grow कहीं ना community level रे grow कले हम society माने ओडिया रे बहुत develop कर ओडिया रे कोटा कथा नै कथा हमर त हम सुनि तुम जानि what is the practicality माने गोड़ टणा एटा आपण सुनिथे राइट
हां
ओडिया रे गोड़ टणा
बहुत अच्छी
तो माने एबे भी आपण फील करंती
एठी
नहीं बट ओडिसा रे
नहीं ओडिसा रे टिके अछि सेटा गोड़ टणा अपेक्षा मते लागे सेटा ईर्षा
हां माने हां ईर्षा जब सामने वाला बढ़ी जिवे से माने ताको चाहि से किन तळ खस जाऊ
हां ताकि देन बोथ आर इन द सेम लेवल
ओके
रादर यू ट्राइंग योरसेल्फ टू गो इनटू दैट लेवल
हां कि ताको तो मु तार किछि हेल्प करि कि कि मु तार सपोर्ट रे किछि करि परिबी सेति पई किछि लोक भी जगह रे भी जो मान टॉप लेवल रे थान से मान भी चाहंतिनी कम्युनिटी को माने गिविंग बैक करिया पे कान ताको ठर कला आगे के बढ़ी जिवे कि सेटा भी थॉट रे थाए हां माने जो मान टिके टॉप लेवल रे अछन राइट
नहीं पारे बट एटलीस्ट मो पाके नहीं
नहीं माने कहूच माने इन द एवरेज
शायद माने थाए एक्चुअली सेटा बट ओडिसा कम्युनिटी सेटा थाए एक्चुअली सेति पई ना आई मीन लॉट ऑफ like Odia community is also like it should be strong bond that you know say bond ta create kariya padibo
this is my last question I will not take much what is your purpose of life आपनकर purpose of life एबे का current पात्र बाबूंकर purpose of life 52 years old आपन कहले ना 51 yeah 51 years old patra babu purpose of life one
I think to be in one small statement to live happily I mean purpose of life is to live happily and ensure that ki our next generation is also taking the knowledge and the wisdom to the next level
okay live happily then what is the happiness like what does it mean happiness mane what is the happiness for you
I mean, happiness means basically, yeah, as I said, I think I am a person like whatever is there, it's happy for me.
Okay, like
But
present oriented.
present, I'm more in a present
Mhm.
world actually. But still, I should not harm anyone,
Mhm.
and somebody should not harm me.
Okay, okay, okay,
That's enough for me to be happy.
okay.
Because mate more of circle, more of friends, more of community or thing point of view. That's something with me, and just need to be staying together and to live each other basically. That's what my here how we, because I'm not focusing here to stay, right? So that's how that will go along. And that the that how I mean, even we are not decided now in this world. It's very difficult to predict what 10 years down the line will give us,
Yeah, right, right.
whether I'm retiring here or I'm retiring in India or I have here. I don't know. I
Mm-hmm.
cannot plan. I have
Mm-hmm.
to plan something,
Mm-hmm.
but I cannot really say that yes, this is what I'm doing. That's why I say happily
Mm-hmm.
is the word that you can be present and to be happily. That's the purpose of my thing. And and of course, I'm more little focused onto my son, how he
Okay,
take it up the
okay,
next
okay,
step.
okay. They're like this is your happiness.
Yeah.
Okay. थैंक यू पत्र बाबू बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपण एत टाइम देवार मो पाखे आहरी बहुत सारा टॉपिक अछि किंतु आई डोंट हैव टाइम लाइक टाइम मींस आई एम ऑलरेडी आई थिंक मोर देन 2 आवर्स आई एम ऑलरेडी रिकॉर्ड करि सरलेनी सेति मु आउ आई थिंक आई नेक्स्ट मीटिंग रे आपण करे के एग्जांपल आपण करे किड्स रे एजुकेशन माने किड्स एजुकेशन हम इंडिया रे न करे आपण इठी करोचंती कोन बेनिफिट हे गला कि माने हमर नेदरलैंड रे स्पेसिफिकली यूरोप रे देखिबे नेदरलैंड रे केमिति जने ओडिया जने आसु नेदरलैंड हाउ व्हाई दे विल चूज नेदरलैंड नॉट जर्मनी कि सब एसब दिन हम डिस्कशन करता बट वी विल नॉट डू दैट काहे कना बहुत लेंदी हे जिवो आपण ये पॉडकास्ट केमिति लागिला
Oh, very good actually, because reflecting back all my previous thing, but also mate lagila je I think mu community ku or society ku ebe recently bahut mo thought process re asla ki I have to give back, because now
ओके
like
ओके
now I'm 51 years old.
राइट
Now I
राइट
have to think about giving back, right?
ओके
Start thinking about giving back. But I think mate bahut bhal lagila je ketra jinse je I got some ideas already in my mind came
ओके
up.
ओके ओके
Okay, now I think I have to do this kind of two three things basically. So जोटा कि मते करिया पड़ियो. And yeah, it was very good, very interactive थिला, भलो थिला interactive पूरा session थिला, not like
लाइक स्क्रिप्टेड
scripted or
राइट
something
राइट
point of view, right? So because I didn't know the questions also.
right 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 that's why I said it's random casual conversation so that we will just discuss nothing else I would a critical thing आपन कहबी कि what are the critical feedback for me ଆପଣ ମତେ कोनटा कहया चाहिए कारण मु I am doing I don't know where it will go okay because I am not doing it kind of vision लेकिन get a commercial success करिबी I am just very passionate I want to make this kind of content so that Odia diaspora will be connected ଆପଣ କିଛି critical feedback ମୋ ପାଇଁ କି କିଛି any changes या any kind of modification I have to do
No, I think it's in a good state, because I think the only thing is I don't know कि podcast 2 and 2.5 hours किए देखिबो, you know,
okay okay
केते केते माने लोको केते देखिबे,
हम्म
and then different people or different views भी ଥାଏ ना.
आगे आगे
So केतरा podcast सब देखिबे जे से मस्ते जे जाई कि तेनु learn करिवे,
आगे
because
आगे
podcast टा माने आपे learn,
राइट
so
राइट
other people to learn or
आगे आगे
exactly.
आगे
So I think I don't know whether you're doing that or not, but how do we take the best out of it and create something?
ସେଟା ଆମେ କରୁଛୁ ମାନେ ଏ ଲଙ୍ଗ ପଡକାଷ୍ଟ ରୁ ଧର ଏଇଟା 2 or 30 minutes it will be uploaded but ତା ଭିତରୁ 10-15 shorts ବାହାରିବ ଯୋଉଟା 1 minute ର like best part ଯୋଉଟା କ୍ୟାଚି ମୁଭମେଣ୍ଟ ଯୋଉଟା ଆମେ ଦବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହୁଁଛୁ ତା ଭିତରେ ଆମ ଟିମ୍ ବେଷ୍ଟ ପାର୍ଟ କୁ ପବ୍ଲିଶ କରିବ ତା ଆଉ ସ୍ମଲ୍ ଭିଡିଓ ଭିତରେ 2 minutes 5 minutes 10 minutes ମାନେ ସେଟା ବି ବାହାରିବ ଇଟ୍ସ ନଟ୍ ଲେନ୍ଦି ରହିଲା ଫର୍ ଇଫ୍ ସମନ୍ ଇଜ ୱାଣ୍ଟସ୍ ଟୁ ୱାଚ୍ ୱାନ୍ ପର୍ସନ୍ ବି ମାନେ ୱାନ୍ ପର୍ସନ୍ ବି ମାନେ ଗୋଟେ ଲୋକ ଥାନ୍ତି ନା 2-3ଟା ଭିଡିଓ ଦେଖିଲା ତାଙ୍କୁ ଲାଗିବ ଆଚ୍ଛା ମୁଁ ଏଟା ଫୁଲ୍ ଦେଖେ ତ ଲାଇକ୍ ଏଭ୍ରି ପ୍ୟାକେଜ ଇଜ ଦେୟାର small package medium and large so like but it will take time to create and edit and upload सो बट मु टार्गेट करू जी सब ऑडियंस को जी भी चाहिए से देखि परिबे ओके थैंक यू
Thank you.
एंड रे जय जगन्नाथ
जय जगन्नाथ,
नमस्कार
जय जगन्नाथ।